What's up, guys? Welcome to the True Gap and Coach D show.
What it do, family? What's going
What it
on?
do?
What's up?
We got Peter Bailey, RC Master, Big Mac RC. What's up, family?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
fellas? What's going on, fellas?
We chilling. Let me see which way. Uh-oh.
Y'all ready to rock out tonight, man? Y'all ready to rock out tonight or what?
We got Innovation RC in the building, man. Make sure y'all retune, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My kids broke my tablet.
Crispy's RC, what's good, brother?
Crispy, what it do, family?
Crispy.
Don't hear nobody.
What's going on?
What's up, Go Goose? Go Goose Gaming. What you on, PS4? Xbox? What you like to play, bro?
He on the PS2.
You on the PS2?
Price is right.
PS2.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong.
Wheel of Fortune.
Get in the game.
He on the PS.
Get in the game. Lewis. Yeah, what's up, family? Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hope everybody else loving what we got going on. I see it's reaching out everywhere. Okay, here's Coach. All right, let me get it right. All right, I'll spin it up. All right. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you probably hear me the first time. You walk, look at that.
Where you want to be in a certain position?
The Life Urban.
Nah, I couldn't. Nah, I wasn't getting no sound from y'all.
JJ is coming. Oh. What's up, fam?
These RCs is in the building. What?
These, what it do? These.
UDRC, what's good? JJ, what up, Jason? Beast Mode, what it do? Kurtz RCs, what's up?
Yes, sir. Big muscle. Big muscle, big bro. You know how we rock out?
Yeah, D's, it's been a minute. Pam, how you been? Lyndon Kelly, what's up, brother? Jason, man. Hey, first shipment on that green boy when they come in.
You don't need it.
Nah, yeah, listen, it's already, as soon as he posted it, he already know.
You don't need it, Jason.
Yeah, I need to drop 750 vids on.
Send him that crate 8S.
Oh, wait. I'll take that too. I'll take that too and run it. Hey, send that. Hey, you can send the crate 8S too with that special package on it. I'll run it and send it back.
Oh. My kids done broke my tablet.
What up, Vega?
Come on, man.
Happy Jack, what's up, family?
Lewis, what's good, Lewis?
Brandon. Yeah, you ought to know the home team, bro. You know, from Florida. Team Florida, stand up, baby. JP Slayer,
Slayer, what's good? Oh, man.
Team Vega. Hey, man, make sure y'all go shop with JJ's Custom, man. You understand?
RC Voodoo. What's up, RC Voodoo?
Voodoo, what it do?
RC Voodoo, what's up, fam? I'll put the link in the description for you guys, man. All right, what time is it? My dog already ready to come on. He already ready to come on. So you can rock out.
All right, hold on. Give. Let me go outside. I gotta help the wife get this stuff out of the car right quick. Hold on.
Bet.
I ain't seen YouTube for a minute. Yeah, where you been at, D's?
My brother. These RC, man. We missing those first person view videos, bro.
That Losi footage. Where is that?
Right. You can't even just dip out on us like that.
Moose Jaw, what's up, Moose? Say JJ, when your 10 scale castle creation combo coming back in stock.
Hey, go to the website. I'm gonna put the link in the description for you guys. Tap on that link, man. It'll take you to his website.
Sean's RC, what's good? Happy Jack in the building. What's happening?
Coach.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother.
Sean's RC, what's up, fam? RC Daniel, I have a 3800 kV combo in stock. JJ said.
But you read that quick. Oh, it just popped up on mine. Okay.
Yeah, you know how this chat be crazy.
Oh, you better wait. Okay. That's what's up, fam. That's what's up.
Hey, thank you, JJ. I'm still gonna get with you, big brother. All right. Where is it? Oh.
But yeah, hey, Jason, you heard what Gap say, man. Send that 8S with that special package. Send it. Send it. So, yay. You already know it's going down.
We got Island Duke in the building.
New Viz State Property. What's up, family? New Viz under operation. That's what's up, D's. D's, y'all on D's, y'all still on lockdown over there?
I'm gonna tell you my top 5 right quick, bro. Mojave, 6S Creighton, Kaju, Typhon, Outcast, X-Max.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
He hit him. Hey, Jason. You got, man. You already. It's going down, man. Y'all, boy, listen. Woo, that pipeline is strong, boy.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, property. Yeah.
Shout out to my family. Oh, what he say? Top 5. So I got Mojave, Crate Dog, X-Max, Typhon, and even though I ain't got it, the Max.
The Max. Oh, bro, you come on. How could I forget the Max, bro?
My bad, bro.
Your top 5 RC you like? Yeah.
Top 5?
Yeah,
top 5.
Boy, that's a tough one. As y'all know, my favorite is the Nero, Armor Nero, but that's just for nostalgia. That ain't for like to actual drive. That's just for nostalgia reasons. So we'll take that one. We're gonna go X-Max at the top of the charts. We go Infraction. We go Mojave. We go Creighton 6S. We go Creighton 4S. That's it. And the Max. The Max is in there too. So you can take the 4S Creighton out and go Max. X-Max, Mojave, Infraction, 6S Creighton, and the Max.
Okay. That's a good combo, man. I think I messed up on mine. I left out Max.
Icon, what it do?
I would have took out the college for Max.
Icon, brother. What's happening?
What's up,
RC Bilotti, what good, brother?
Moses, what's up? Jack 8. All right, let me holler at my brother.
Yes, master. Say Gap. He said Gap equals Traxxas armor.
What? Oh,
that's what Master
I
say.
said the Max. I mean, you asked me what.
That what he said. He said you went Traxxas armor, and then you went back to Traxxas.
Yeah. Hey man, armor cars they just nice cars to drive, man. But as we all know, the king is the X-Max, bro. Whatever side of me is on, right? The king is the X-Max, bro, all day long. But
Gabe Martinez, what's up? Yeah, RC Daniel.
5 ain't enough, bro. I need more than 5, bro, because I like driving the Rock Ray is nice. I really like the DB XL. I like the DB Pro. I forgot about the DB Pro. I need more than 5, man. 5 ain't gonna be enough for me, bro.
Hey man, I don't know if you want me to announce this, but Shogun selling his UDR.
Shogun selling his UDR?
Oh man. Why you ain't tell me?
He put it in the thing, bro.
Yeah, but I've been editing so much, bro. I ain't really been paying attention to the chat. You just
I
told me
got
about
you.
bank job you had. I ain't see it. Creating success better. I'm gonna holler at you in a few Shogun, see what you talking about.
Creating success better as number one over X Max.
What did he say? What did he say? No, X Max over everything.
Yeah, X Max over everything, bro.
Jack H, I believe he said he was gonna post it for $550.
He got a clean one.
Yeah.
He got that blue.
RC Daniel, yeah, Proline dropped those tough bodies. Those tough bodies they dropping. They ain't out yet. They coming soon though. But it's gonna be for the Pro Fusion, the other Fusion body, the 69 drag body, and it was something else.
Was one of them to go for a short course truck?
Yeah.
All right, Big Mac says that Spectrum transmitter a good pickup for $80. Hold on, we got our brother in this show anyway. We'll rock out with you in a few minutes, though.
Yeah, X3 trend. Nah, because you can get you might as well get the Fly Sky, the GT5 for $79.
It's better. Which one he trying to get?
He's saying the DX3.
Yeah, is it worth $80? I would buy a different remote.
$80. You better get that Fly Sky.
Yeah, Fly Sky. Cause you can buy in that Fly Sky the more remotes, bro. I mean, some more receivers, more cars. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pay $80 for something that it's only gonna work for one car. That don't make sense.
I get a traction receiver for that.
Yeah.
You could put 20 cars on that one. All right.
You can.
There you go, the man in the building.
Welcome to the show.
To different cars.
You can hear us?
Can you hear us? Mic muted.
Oh, you
unmute your mic.
What it do, fam?
There we go. Can we hear you now?
I can't hear him.
No.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
No. What you got to do is at the bottom of your screen, you'll see camera and go to audio, and then you have to hit the default your microphones. Y'all give us a second. Give us a second, baby. It's finna go down. Maybe if you try to unplug them.
What's up, Rattle Can?
Try to unplug them. Let's see if you can hear. I'm gonna see if we can hear you. Try to unplug your mic. No.
Let's say unplug your headphones and see if that works.
Bro, say no.
He might have to go back out and come back in.
Oh, okay, yeah. Back out and come back in, bro.
Yeah, back out and then come back in.
Well, y'all thought we was clickbait, didn't you? Yeah, you thought we was clickbait. Yep, you thought we was clickbait, didn't you? Bradley, what's up, baby? Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Yeah, there we go. There you go.
Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing tonight?
Doing all right. How are you, gents?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Making it, man.
Awesome.
Making it.
And so we're gonna rock out tonight, guys, man.
I don't know why, but it couldn't open up this.
It wouldn't open. It wouldn't open the StreamYard.
Laggy a little.
Yeah, it's all good. So we'll go ahead and get started, man. Let the people know your name and a little bit about yourself.
Me?
Yeah. It's all about you, baby. Ain't about us.
About me?
All about
you. I didn't want that. All right. Well, all right. So I'm Brandon. I'm with Innovation RC. I love to create things. I love to build things a different way. That's really what I like to do. So that's the moral of the gist of it.
Right. So how long you been building?
Well, RC in general, I probably started when I was around 7 years old or something. My dad took me to this place called Radio Shack. That place was a gold mine
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
Candyland nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're extinct. But my dad bought me an X mod from there. I was like 7, 8 years old. I don't know, this back in 2005 or 6 or something. I'm 22 now, so just to perspective. Now with those cars, you could put like a 4-wheel drive upgrade, or you could, I believe Atomic, who is now with Venom, used to be with X mods way back when, and you could actually put the brushless upgrade in there, and it was pretty cool. So after that, I got a Rustler, and it just kept progressing. An XO1, I liked the taste of speed. Sold it, bought a Typhon version 2. Built that for speed, so I just kept going into speed, and then speed didn't get boring, but I wanted to like do it a different way per se. Just do like the active wing or something, with the jet turbine. I wasn't looking to break a world record, but just see if it worked, and it did. So
That was cool.
create, build.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's
There you go. So I feel like this whole chat right now, I mean, not chat, like the connection is a lot quicker now. Before it was like laggy and we were like stumbling a little bit. Now we're on par.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, man. I didn't introduce myself. My name Dante, True Boys RC, and I only been doing this for a year and a half. I used to do nitros back in the day, but now since the electric stuff came out, I got into that. So I've been doing this for a year and a half now, man, and I'm enjoying it. So sorry I introduced myself to you, bro.
Gap reviews A to Z. I've been in it also maybe about almost 2 years in the game, and I just like to get out and enjoy myself, man. Drive these cars, man, every chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
I am Damien, aka Life of Coach D. I started RC in 2012 doing the race side of the hobby, and then just started the bashing side maybe a year ago.
And me and Coach actually stay in Florida by you, and got reviews in
Really? What part?
Yeah, I'm like
25 minutes from Daytona Beach.
Yeah,
Daytona. I'm currently in Boynton, so
we're like 40 minutes from Orlando.
That's not that bad.
Right. So you heard of Deltona?
Daytona?
Yeah.
I know Daytona, not Deltona.
See, that's why we don't mention those names.
Daytona. We're 20 minutes from Daytona.
Right. But yeah, man, I'm glad you came to the show, brother.
Like being here. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, man. Go ahead, Gap.
All right, question. What made you choose the speed and the speed runs over the bashing of vehicles?
I like both. I like both. To an extent, when you start off in the hobby, bashing is a way of life. Bashing is all you know how to do. Bashing is just what you do. You just drive around, do jumps. You just do what the car is built to do. Speed running started to progressively get more worldwide with everyone, where you got to tune the car, this and that. Then they come out with a car that's built to do a certain speed, like the limitless infraction. Now you start to put a little bit more mindset into it. You have to put a little bit of your touch to make it perform well. Now, obviously, when going to a higher caliber setup regarding speed, you're going to have to take that to consideration. So it's just the next step up. It's kind of like going from let's say you buy a Corvette Z06, 650 horsepower, and then let's say you go to the ZR1. It's only 100 horsepower difference, but that's like the supercar version. Or let's say you want to drag race with it. You have a car to daily, which is bashing, what you do every day. And then you do your speed. Speed is just, a little bit more complicated, but it pleases a lot. It pleases like the other end of what I want to do in the hobby. It's hard to really put my finger on it. But
No, I understand it because when you do under speed runs, it's another side of the satisfaction that you get from RC with accomplishing something that you want to accomplish with
yeah, there you go.
your stuff. So it's definitely another great side. So I understand. Trust me.
Yeah.
I
But,
tried
I mean,
it.
all in all, I love to bash. You know,
Right.
it's going back to the roots. You can't beat it. You know,
Right.
whenever I'm bored, I will bash. I usually don't speed run if I'm bored. I speed run to do a video. So
Right.
that's more of the story. I love bashing too.
Cool.
So what is your go-to vehicle? The vehicle that you have to have with you at all times?
Go to do what? To bash for speed?
Both bash and speed.
All right. Well, the behemoth behind me.
Yes, sir.
If I could get my head, there you go. That is the Creighton 8S. Personally, I've fallen in love with it. Now, why I choose that to bash, not only because it's from Arma, you know, it's a truggy. It's a, you know, big scale monster truggy. I always like buggies, truggies. I love how they perform and handle. Now, they blended it in just a pretty good way. And this is their first big scale car. So I'm not going to say it's perfect because obviously they're going to make it better and have more versions. But I personally love the Creighton 8S. It handles well, drives great. The way it's built is pretty solid. I'm not the guys where they'll send it to the moon, you know, 60, 70 feet, but I'll do 10, 20 feet every here and there at my local park. And it's pretty legit. And then for speed, obviously the Limitless. I personally love that car. It's basically a double stretched Typhon with aerodynamics, with an aero kit. Sorry, not aerodynamics, but it's up there. I'm not sure if you guys could see.
Oh, we know about that one. We know about that beef.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
For the people that don't know, though, that's what that's y'all got to go check him out, man. You got good content, brothers. Great knowledge.
Appreciate that.
So how long? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're going.
I was gonna ask how long you been into this hobby. I'm not sure if you answered that or not.
I didn't exactly say. I mean, I started when I was like 7 back at Radio Shack, and I'm 22 now, so probably 15 years.
So, Radio Shack had hobby grade RCs?
To an extent, they did. You know, they probably didn't have anything today like where you could get them 60, 70 miles an hour out of the box.
Right.
That was back in 2000 -20.
Right.
But they had that little Xmod thing did like 15 miles an hour. So I think that was pretty legit. To an extent, it was hobby grade because I installed the 4-wheel drive upgrade when I was 7, 8.
Right.
And that's just where it snowballed. So I would say to an extent, yes.
Okay, that's cool. So which car, like after that, the Radio Shack cars, what was the first car that you got, from, I don't know, you went to Hobby Town or where you went through, you ordered one. What was your first car from?
It actually was from my local hobby shop down here. Well, they used to be in Boca, now they're in Deerfield. It's called RC Boca. And let's see if I could flip my camera.
You in Boca Raton?
I used to live there, but I'm currently in Boynton.
Okay.
So
yeah, my wife.
There you go. Can you see? Here it is. This is my first real hobby grade car. This is the Rustler XL5. Obviously, I have the whole. If it wants to come off. Pretty much, obviously, the electronics, they're not going to last as what it did out of the box. So I just put just your standard 12-turn brush motor and the brushed ESC. It used to be brushless, and I was doing 60, 70, and it was awesome for what it was. But as I bought my Typhon years after this, I think it was like 6 or 7, You know, I really wanted to keep this car performance-wise for really what it was. I didn't really want to push 60, 70, even though it easily could have done it.
Right.
But I like keeping this at 30 all day, 30. And I bring it to the track. It's set up for the track, and I really have a good time. That's why I have the small Bandit wheels in front. It's just pretty nippy. So this is the OG.
Cool.
So I have another question. So as far as what was the first car that you hit 100 miles per hour with, and what was the setup you were running?
That would be my Typhon. And I'll show you that. Now I do have two Typhons. That is my track and bash Typhon. This is the version 2 that I told you that I bought. The original version 2 body. This one I actually brought with me up to college 4 years back, and I did 101.6 miles an hour. I had the stock 2050 kV motor and a Mamba Monster X 6. They didn't have the 8S back then, so it was only the 6S. So it's just a Mamba Monster X, and that did like 101. I can't exactly remember what I was geared. It's probably 28, 34, something like that. And you got to keep in mind with the 8th scale ESC, you can't drop that spool gear down all the way just because it's gonna be more of an amp hog. So you got to find like a happy medium to get that good balance. So that was 101, and then this one I was really tuning it from 100 miles an hour back to the track. As you see, there are track tires on this, and I just tuned it for everything. Then when I graduated college, I treated myself. If I can get this guy down. Now this is Shockwave. This is my speed built Typhon. So this is obviously only for speed, and now I keep the version 2 only for track. This is the one with the original active wing that you guys saw back when, and it's totally worth it to have a car built exactly for what you're going to do instead of switching around. So that's that. That's the Typhon twins.
So what's your plans with the active wing? I'm quite sure everybody want to know, is the active wing going to be on the market? What are your future plans for that one?
Well, right now I need to come up with a solid drawing, and I need to get the sketch over to my CNC buddies in Australia. Very nice guys. I just haven't had the time lately, although many people did actually contact me regarding the whole active wing thing. So I do plan on doing it between this year and hopefully right before 2021. I'll get something out to them, and I'm going to see what I'm going to do about it. It's just a cool feature to have. You don't have to have it, but the fact it really works.
That's everything.
It works. Period.
What is the when do you find yourself having the most fun in the hobby?
At this point, when I put the car back up on the shelf. God.
Afterwards.
Yeah, God. I mean, the most fun that I have, you could have the biggest truck, the nicest electronics in it. You could have obviously not the fastest, but you could have a really fast car. But I actually just got done driving the OG Rustler, just half an hour ago, or no, actually an hour ago. And I had fun. No camera rolling, no stress. I'm not looking to tell anyone anything. I'm just mouth shut, eyes on car, just driving, no purpose. And makes a huge difference,
I was just talking to someone today because I have a Rustler that's sitting in my son's room right now that I was wanting to convert into a speed car.
You could. A lot of parts out for it.
How do you feel about two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive speed cars?
Well, when going fast, I obviously like to do it in the most consistent way possible, you could say. pretty much, if you're four-wheel drive, you're going to have all the power that you have to all four wheels. Now, if you divide that power distribution with all four wheels back down to two, you're going to have only all the power to only two wheels.
Mhm.
So to an extent, you need to know when to let off. You need to know, you just got to get a feel for your car, because if you break traction in a speed car that's, let's say, two-wheel drive doing 120, and you
Mhm.
still have 20% throttle left, you'll break the tires loose and your car is gone. So you
Mhm.
just need to ease into it. Still, with four-wheel drive cars, only difference is, you know, power is going to be distributed and you're going to have a little bit more consistent power to ground. And that's, I like four-wheel drive.
Good. Cool. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because we have this conversation all the
These
time about two-wheel drive.
these gentlemen don't like two-wheel drive.
I mean, there are guys.
They don't have the throttle. They don't have
No, I'm
throttle
not.
Touch. They
control.
don't have the touch. And
Yeah.
there are some guys that can make two-wheel drives sing. They could make them perform really well. Now, it's completely up to the person. It really is. You know, the 202 miles an hour Nick Case, that was two-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's all about the person, setup, the tune, everything. You know.
The majority ain't gonna be doing that though. I
I can tell you, I'm not.
Right. All right. There we go. So I would want to know what's your next build gonna be like? Like what platform you gonna get on?
Ironic that you say that. The next build I was considering to not be a car, actually. I have two ideas. Obviously, I can't do much about it now with this whole Corona thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
I do plan to make a Mark III twin turbo. Now, Mark 1 was, well, I mean, it's not even Mark 1. It was just testing, was the Jet Typhon with the EDF in front.
Mm-hmm.
The second one were the one that you saw, both of them, but it was running on also a motor. Mark II was only the EDF, so it was a pure EDF car. Mark III, it's going to be a car specifically built only for EDF action. Now, I am not sure if it's going to be a Limitless or something else, because keep in mind, the Limitless is like 10 pounds stripped down with one bat, you know, as far down as I can go. Could be a Typhon, could be a custom built, but I don't know yet. I got to see when things start picking back up from the virus. That's just one idea. Another idea, speaking that you said platform, I think the next platform is going to have me on it, riding it. It's not going to be the Creighton 8S. It's not going to be that, because, I mean, we already had it pull me and pull my... I'm going to be on a mechanism to kind of keep it sealed up in the capsule still, and I'm going to drive it.
That's gonna be ultimate, yeah.
That I've been wanting to do. I mean, all my ideas that I have is that they all originate either from games back when I was in high school, middle school, or just dreams I have had, you know. That's where the twin turbo thing came from. That's just car-wise. I want to do something still radio controlled, but a little bit cooler, and it just puts a smile to my face. But I just need to execute it the right way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the stuff like that takes time, but you'll see it eventually when it comes out.
So hence the name Innovation.
Yeah, innovation doesn't take a short time. Plus, Corona doesn't help innovation at all. It doesn't help anyone. Is what it is on that.
So
okay. So let me ask. I just want to ask you a question. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Okay. As far as, let's just say I was just getting into the speed running, You know what I'm saying? I wanted
Yeah.
to baby step. I wanted to baby step my way in to being a speed runner, but I don't want to start off going too slow. Like I don't want to start off going only 50 or 60 miles per hour. I want to jump in the game at least 70 to 80 miles per hour. What would be a good platform that you would recommend for us for a starting person to speed run?
Limitless. Here and there, people are popping up and out doing 120, 130 miles an hour. I mean, not saying that it's hard to explain. The car is built 100% for speed. Obviously, it's not an off-road vehicle. If the car is 80, 90% tuned, it's going to give you most of the gist of what you need to do. Now, way back before the Limitless was released, it was very hard. Well, I mean, not very hard for a lot of people, but like your average Joe to do, let's say, 120 or 130 in a Typhon, because you really had to tune the suspension. You had to take them apart, this and that. On the Limitless, everything is basically done. Just tighten down the rear springs about a 1/4 inch and you're golden. Well, also trim the rear wing. Other than that, it's a very solid car to build off of.
Do you do any trimming on the diffuser up front?
I've seen guys do 130 plus with them on. Now, you can have them on or off. If you're running 8S and you're just starting out, you could probably keep them on because whatever you're running on 8S is probably going to have the torque over 6S. Me, I haven't touched 8S in speed running ever, really. So I've only done 6S. Being with that power torque, you know, I personally keep them off. But you got to make sure that your suspension is tuned right when you do take them off. So
there's a question from one of the guys in the chat. He says, do you like using a center diff in your speed cars?
No. I mean, like, I don't hate it, but a center diff's purpose is to transfer, or a differential in general, is to transfer power either from the left or right, front, which is the front or rear, or the center, back to front. If you have the center diff, even with 500K, 500,000 in your 8th scale ARMA diff, it's still going to transfer a little bit of power. Now, you're going up through your numbers. Now, keep in mind, if it transfers power, the front wheels will spin, delivering that extra power that the rear is transferring. To sum it up, the front tires are going to skip or skid and break traction. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you have 100% power front to back, which is why everyone stresses out spools, this and that for speed. Or they'll lock their diff or put putty in it. You know,
Right.
Just go with the spool. It's going to be a lot safer that way.
Right. So what would be? Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say they're asking, what is a cooling fan on your ESC?
What do I use for cooling? I use NTF. Nicholas Tordella. He's on Facebook. Real nice guy. He has insane fans. Now, they are like twice as thick as the OEM fans as you would normally get. Let's say on the Mamba Monster X8S. It's still a 40 millimeter fan, but it is literally like another one on top. And they blow serious air. Like you could hook a 4S or 5S battery up to it and that thing will hover. But if you want some cooling, you're going to want NTF. But before I conclude that, you can have all the fans in the world inside your car. If you don't have an exhaust or an intake inside your body so it could take in cold air and push out hot air, those fans are just going to be blowing the hot air that's already inside the car. And that's what you don't want. You know, you ever see those Lamborghinis with the hood scoops and all that air? I mean, it's air that usually goes into the engine or helps it aerodynamically, but it's the same concept. You want to make sure that you get cold air in. The faster you go, it sucks air in, pushes that air out, and then when your fan goes, it'll create a vacuum inside your body, sucking in the air that's already pushed towards it. So it goes hand in hand. You want to make sure you cut bodies, holes in your bodies.
I will say cut bodies.
And there's the link. There's a link in the chat.
Yeah, not
guys,
too much.
If you want to know what he's talking about, I just put the link in the chat for you guys. So
there you go.
So what's the motor you would recommend for speed running? I mean, I know there's quite a bit of them, but which one is your favorite and why?
Well, that really depends. I mean, personally, if I'm gonna speed run, I would run on 6S. If I'm gonna be running on 6S, I've ran the 2250 kV from TP, the 4070. So it's like a motor that's like that long about. Great motor. It really is. Very efficient too. It's the configuration is Y, WYE. So if you have a Y config in your, if your motor is built with a Y configuration, it's just going to be a little bit more efficient over Delta. Delta, it's going to draw a little bit more amps, but they're going to have a little bit more power. But to kind of balance that out, it's going to be less efficient, cause more heat. And I ran the 2900 kV CM, which was the kill mode one, the green one.
Yeah.
That was a wicked motor. Now, that motor isn't exactly made or built to speed run. You could do it, and it's a wicked motor. That's more of a drag motor, you know, when you're floor at 1, 2, off, you know, and that's all. Speed running, you're giving it all that power, and that motor is bullying the ESC the whole way.
Right.
You know, so that's a great motor, but you got to be careful.
I know. I remember I got it because of you, because of your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's a ridiculous motor.
Yeah.
So for the newbies, you know, this question could go real long, but you don't have to make it real long. You can try to make it as short as possible. For the newbies who are getting into speed runs, could you explain gear ratios?
Gear ratios. All right. Now, you go bigger pinion, more speed. Smaller spur, more speed. The closer you get to where they're the same size, that's going to draw a lot of amps. You want to start off in reduction where your car is going to have more torque and it's going to draw less amps, less heat from the beginning. That's really what you want to do from the start. You want to start in reduction and just work your way up one tooth at a time. And how do you know if you're doing better? Well, a GPS is one. Two, you also want to feel your motor after one run. You know, let's say if it gets hot, that means go back down or put a cooling fan or see what's binding. If your motor is cold, gear up. Or if you have a Castle ESC, check your data log and see what you can pull from it.
Cool.
So
it's all on playing with the gears, basically.
With the gears.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run a 18 tooth with a regular set of diff.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. God, I think I haven't touched as many gears when I did the 3S 100 mile an hour run. I have not touched that as many gears that day as I did in a year. Like I had the limitless apart after every single run. And I'm not boasting at all whatsoever, but to get just as you stated, how, what's a good word to put it? How potent it is to get the right gear ratio without overwhelming something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's ridiculous, crazy.
Because every car is different.
Yeah, and it goes for all the cars. It goes for what voltage you're running. It goes if you're running 2 batteries in parallel or just one. A lot. You know, that's why not everyone is running like 150.
Right.
Not everyone, but it takes time.
So now when it comes to speed runs, and because I know in racing, a lot of us when we raced, we used to come up with the final drive ratio for the car. You know, taking the size of the spur, dividing that by your pinion, that gives you your final drive ratio for the vehicle.
Yeah.
Do you guys do the same thing with speed runs?
To an extent. I mean, that is a variable that will not change. So I'm not saying to not look at it, but it's something that I just won't be changing. 4313,
Right.
I will not be touching that. So if that's a variable that'll stay the same, all you got to worry about are the variables that you are changing, and to only change one at a time. You change two, something could either go a lot worse, or it could happen the same, and you will have no idea what you did. So that's why it took so many times to open up the car, and I was changing one at a time. And
Right. I understand that.
I said, someone asked, they said,
They want to understand cat packs. They want to know, help them understand what cat packs do for any vehicle. I guess either speed runs or anyone on what do cat packs do?
Okay, so hopefully we all know what an oil filter does in a gas-powered car. Exactly as it sounds like. That is basically an oil filter, but for the electrical system. It filters out ripple voltage, which is inefficiencies that are caused from power flow. You want to make sure that your flow is very smooth, consistent, and they don't, a lot of people say that they give more speed. It's not that. They give you a little bit more efficiency so you can get more speed. That was huge in, I think, 2017, because that's when I started to really get in, like, semi-high numbers, 110, 120s. And I thought it's like, if you buy a cat pack, you'll get this speed. No, no. Obviously, you'll learn,
Right.
but that's not the case. It just gives you a little bit more efficiency, helps the ESC handle what you're dishing out.
And then how do you determine which cat pack is the right one to use?
Well, a lot of times you want to match, well, I mean, not match, but you want to have like a voltage on your capacitors that are more towards the voltage that you're running. Like if you're running a 6S setup, you want 25 volt capacitors. They're going to probably 26. They're going to work a little bit better. That's from what I heard. But a better way to really see what's going on is to check your data logs. And it's not unfortunate, but Castle, they're the only ESCs that, well, besides MGM, that do legitimate data logging.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. After every run, I mean, I check my data logs, but if you really want to see what's going on, check your data log. That's how you would determine if it's working well, not working enough. So
basically, you'll say get an XLX. Most of the time when you're doing speed runs.
Well, you could go XLX, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the new Mamba Monster X8S, I'm not going to say it's better, but I'm going to say it is a lot more efficient. On paper,
Mm-hmm.
the XLX is technically able to handle more amperage.
Mm-hmm.
But within 3 months of the Mamba Monster X8S being out, someone hit 177 miles an hour with the Mamba Monster X8S. Wicked. And that was in a, what's it called? A Fortec. Now, of course, if you put that same setup in a Limitless, it will not do 177. It's the Fortec is like a quarter of the car with a GT body, weighs a quarter also, but doesn't matter. It has not been done until then.
Right.
If it were me to have raw power, or if I were to have raw power or efficiency, I would go with efficiency all day long, all day.
Okay.
So, as you were saying, just have them get an XLX. I would actually veer them more towards a Mamba Monster X8S.
Okay. That's good knowledge.
Good luck on finding one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I got one for you for the Corona price.
What you think?
Corona prices, baby.
What you think about the Max 5? course,
Max 5 is pretty good. There was one guy, he's actually my buddy. He hit, I think, 142 with a Max 5. I'm not sure what he did. I don't know how, but I don't think a Max 5 ESC has been over 130. Obviously, if he did it, it's possible. I don't know what he did, to be honest. I have no idea. But obviously, you know, nothing over 150 with a Max 5 yet that I know of. So, and the Max 5 it cuts off at a certain amperage, and that's something that you can't really prevent, and that you can't disable it.
Right.
So that's why people veer away from it. But if you're bashing, it's still a great ESC.
Yeah, definitely. So, question: when you do your speed runs or your bashing or whatever, do you prefer to use one battery, or use two batteries? Like as far as like if you run in 6S, you rather use 2 3S or just one big 6S brake?
That's a huge question. Technically, it does not matter. It really doesn't matter. Me, I like less soldering. I like less wires in my build. So like I won't have the series harness, you know, with the Y connector. Personally, me, I'll do one big 6 or 1 4 if I'm running 4S. But the only reason why I would veer away from that is, let's say a cell goes bad in a 2-cell. If you're running 4-cell series, all you got to do is buy a 2-cell, and that's like probably $30-40. It shouldn't be much, but that's the only reason why, is to save like $20-30. If that's the case, I'd rather buy a brand new battery and have not mix matched cells, you know.
So do you go faster with 2 batteries, or does it matter?
No, unless you're talking parallel. Parallel is able to deliver more amperage.
Okay.
If you're just doing series, no. If you're comparing the same exact specs, 2 3S 60C, which would be 6S 60C, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same performance if you do 1 6S. I mean, there might be something so unknown.
YouTube, let's get it.
Happened up.
Oh no, you know how this stream do.
All right, RC Voodoo, have a good one, man.
All right, RC Voodoo.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, he said, hang on. There you go.
Tap in. Stream yard sometimes, man. Yeah.
I guess that was someone telling me to hurry the hell up. No, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, we ain't in no rush, man. We enjoy having you on, bro, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So
I think it's my Wi-Fi.
All right. So could you explain the parallel? What is parallel? And like when you buy an RC and it's, you know, the 2 wires like this, what is this? Is this?
I can't see what the
You buy the 8S Creighton.
That's a Creighton 8S?
Yeah, how they come from the factory.
That would be series, because obviously they don't have any 8S batteries. They're very hard batteries to find, let alone any good 8S batteries. So they're going to match you up with 2 4-cells. That would be a series connection, what comes on the Creighton 8S. Now, a parallel connection, if I can bring you this way.
Factory. Did they ever bring out any factory cars that didn't have series? They ran parallel, or is this something that we always had the option to do?
Parallel is a preference.
Okay.
Parallel won't make you. This is parallel.
Okay.
Parallel will not make you have. I mean, it gives you a little bit more oomph, but it's still technically the same exact voltage. Like that 100-mile-an-hour run that I did on 3S, I did nothing to the car. All I did was add another battery in parallel, and it did 105. So it's just less voltage drop. Essentially, less voltage drop, the more your voltage stays up, and more voltage is more speed. So essentially, they won't have a parallel connection come OEM in any, let's say, Typhon. They will not do that just because it's personal preference. If you want to have more runtime, buy a 8,000, buy a 9,000 milliamp.
Right.
You know, in order to make the product operate as should, 60 miles an hour, they're going to want you to run series. So hence.
Okay, so when you run parallel, you're running out of your runtime.
Oh, what?
Having more
Running out of your runtime faster with parallel.
Yeah, you'll run a little bit faster with parallel without doing anything.
And the battery will go away faster though with running parallel.
It splits the load by 2. That's technically what it is.
Okay.
It just splits the total amp draw from both the batteries in 2 and gives it to the ESC exactly what it's asking for. Of course, if your batteries can handle it, then that would be the complete purpose of it.
Right. Okay.
So someone asked, budget-wise, which hobby wing setup would be good for speed runs?
Oh, my batteries.
Oh, somebody going
not in the
Live
dark.
speed
They're
runs
storage
tonight
charging.
on Gap Reviews and True Boy channel. Live speed runs tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what was this question?
They had asked, like, for budget-wise, they were asking what hobby wing setup would be good for speed runs.
For speed runs, I mean, the only thing that you're going to get rather decent setup is going to be going with a Max 5, of course, and you're going to be spending 200 and change plus whatever the motor is. You might as well go with a Mamba Monster X8S, which is the same price. I mean, if you can get one, then yeah, that's the case. Definitely go with a Mamba Monster X8S, and it really, to an extent, if you're just starting out, you can use the OEM motor from, let's say, the Typhon, the 2050 kV. That motor's been over 150 miles an hour before. You know, I think I did 120 with it one time. It's a very well-built motor. All you need is the messenger boy, which is the ESC, to go fast. Well, to an extent, but
What's the best battery?
best battery? On paper, the graphenes, not graphenes, the Turnigy Panther graphenes. Those are probably the best, the truest, if that's a word, C rating out there that could deliver all the power you can. Next up in line is going to be CNHL. Now, I've hopped on board the CNHL train within the last 3 months. They've been able to dish out whatever I put in, and it's just they're well-built batteries, but they're like half the price of Turnigy graphene. So I heard some good results, not results. I think Philip Jolly used the SMC, the brand new batteries that just came out.
The new ones, yeah.
Yep, Limitless hit 160 with it. So
batteries.
The what?
You say SMC batteries?
Yeah, SMC.
Oh, they got
SMC makes some really good batteries too. Those are all top caliber batteries right there. CNHL is a sleeper because people think that, oh, a 4S being $45 is, you know,
right.
You might not think it would perform, but I took a 3-cell battery, a single 3-cell, and did 100. A single 4S, I think I did 111. So, let alone you go with a single 6S, parallel 6S, or let's say you combine 2 and 8S. So they're great batteries. They could dish out a lot. All those 3 that I stated are great batteries.
Okay.
Someone asked, when it comes to speed, is the Infraction or the Traxxas X01 better?
I've owned the X01 for 3 years, and I've used it for what it is. Now, the X01 is a very well-built car. It's technically a GT, so aerodynamically, it's going to be a little bit better. aerodynamically. Build wise, I would say, and it's not just because I'm wearing the shirt. I mean, I've owned both. I would sell my XO1 any day to buy another Limitless, and I did to buy a Typhon, so that's what I would say.
So it'd be the infraction over the XO1.
Infraction over?
Yeah, it was infraction. Mm-hmm.
Oh, infraction. I would say, I mean, it'd be neck and neck. I would only go with the infraction just because it's built better. You know, if you have redundancy in a build, just how well a car is built, you know, if it can deliver the power consistently, you know,
Right.
that's what you really want. But then again, if you tune it right, again, it all comes down to tuning. There's guys that do 140 in that in the XO1, and then there's a guy I think a couple days ago that did 140 in the infraction.
So, which one is your favorite build that you done did so far?
Favorite build? Hang on. I would probably have to say twin turbo. You know, not just because it's got the 2 turbo things and all that, but what really was behind all of it. Like, it took, I think, 7 months to really design, come up, prototype, test, and then come out with the real thing.
Right.
I would say that just the journey of seeing something in your mind, you want it to come true, and you actually take the steps, super small steps, to get there. And a small step up makes a massive, massive difference. And to see that final last step, it works. Son of a bitch, it works. It blew my lampshade down because I didn't know it had that much power.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that one for the journey, specifically the journey.
Right. Good. Between catpack and BEC. What's the difference between catpack and BEC?
Well, a cat pack basically, well, it's the oil filter for the electrical system. A BEC is a battery eliminating, not current, I forgot what the last one was, but basically the BEC overrides the power that the ESC gives to the receiver. So let's say the ESC blows up, or let's say something disconnects. As long as the BEC connector is in the receiver, you will always have steering. You'll also always have consistent power to the receiver. Basically, the BEC just gives consistent power. You know, if you run, let's say, a quicker servo that wants more juice, like those high voltage Savoxes or whatever, you know, I use it for range consistency, and I've seen a lot better results since I've installed one. It's completely different, really. It just helps with redundancy in a speed setup, or let's say a bash, anything really.
Right.
There we go. Jay Mitch said it. I just
Battery
couldn't think of
eliminator
it. Battery
circuit.
eliminator circuit. I don't know why I was thinking connector.
There you go, Jay Mitch. Tighten up.
There you go.
So, man, any of y'all in the chat got some questions, man, y'all can go ahead and ask. I know y'all been asking a few, but, man, we're going to open up for the chat to have whatever question y'all want to know, man. I'm quite sure there's a lot y'all want to know from them. Let's see those questions y'all have. I know one of the guys said he already answered that question. So you know what y'all want to know.
That's all right.
So all lipo power can go straight to motor.
11 Charlie in the house. I'm slow, by the way.
Go ahead, tighten up. They the family.
What kind of car do you drive?
What kind of car do you drive?
Real car? Real car, it's a Chrysler.
And
My
that's
first car.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's it. Just a Chrysler. I didn't put an XLX in it. There's nothing else to talk about.
What is your dream speed goal?
Dream speed goal.
Mm-hmm.
For RC.
Speed goal, I would really like to do 140 open wheel. You know, there's a lot of guys that do 140 like it's nothing with a GT body. Open wheel is a little bit more difficult. It's aerodynamically inferior, so it's a challenge I want. I bought a Limitless for Limitless. I'm going to keep it open wheel. So I would like to see 140. Now, the only thing holding me back is tires because I had a couple blowouts lately. Hence all the lower voltage runs. So.
And what is open wheel?
Open wheel, basically the body won't go over the tires.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like the Typhon. If I could, hang on, there it is.
Oh,
That Typhon right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. As soon as that Typhon has a body over its wheels, it's going into the same class as any other GT car.
Okay.
Typhon GT, it's just a GT.
Okay.
So I bought a Typhon for a Typhon. I'm going to keep it open wheel.
Right.
You know.
What's
But they're
the next
really
project
quick as
for
soon
the
as they get
speed
there.
game?
So with each car, you have a goal of what speed you want to accomplish with, whether it's open wheel or not. You wanna if it's not open wheel, you know it's what's the fastest that a non-open wheel went? A GT car.
I think 151.
Do you ever want to go faster than that, or you fine with the speeds that you hit?
I don't know. I mean, I've been doing 130s or so. I don't really care if that's the actual legitimate word. I love speed, but I don't care to be the fastest to do that. That's not what I personally want to do. I love speed. I love testing things out, going fast, the adrenaline rush. I would love to see 140s.
I understand.
Yeah, it's I just love building these things more, you know, making something different. You know, a GT, like a slash GT, 140, 150. Whoa. I mean, there's a lot out there.
Right.
So that's one reason I won't run GT. There's just a lot out there.
There's a lot of people that hit big speeds with those cars.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What is the next project for the speed game?
Ooh, for speed, I don't even know. Let me ask myself that. Hang on.
Right.
Yes. I mean, speed-wise, obviously, I'm waiting for the silver hoons to come back in stock. They've been out of stock for like a week or two now. That's what's really holding me back from doing anything speed-wise. I attempted 4S parallel again to break 127 on 4S, but I used the white hoons and the belt actually blew up internally. That's something I didn't actually put out. I was just like, I walked into that one, you know.
Right.
I expected that. Those tires are good for like 100, 110. You need the silvers to go past that.
That's good.
So until I get new tires, then I'm going to be doing some other stuff speed-wise.
So would you say that those are the best tires for speed running, or what's the best tires, especially for being in the hot where we're at? It's most of the time hot. What are the best speed run tires?
Well, if the GRPs didn't explode over 130 miles an hour, I would say that. If you're doing anything under 130, I would absolutely go with GRP S5.
Okay.
Just the normal spoke. It doesn't matter if velocities or not because they've all blown up on me at some point or another. I have seen. I mean, I loved how the hoons felt, white compound or not. I love how they felt. So I could imagine everything with the exception of the blowout, because I didn't like how the blowout felt.
Mhm.
I would like the silver hoons better, just because they're rated for more speed. So if you're in hot, well, obviously 120 degree asphalt.
Mhm.
If you're just starting out, GRP S5 is going to be really, really good. You know,
Right.
it's what I back to back to back to back. So
What about those tires that you like, Gap? The Pro Line, which one they are?
The Avenger, but they're not rated for those kind of speeds either.
Okay.
They're just real.
I don't think Proline has anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, they do, but not rated for over like 100. I
So
don't
those
know.
tires you were talking about, they from China?
What, GRPs?
The CNHL or what?
Oh, CNHL? Yeah.
Okay.
China Hobby Line.
All right, bet.
So when
Yeah,
it
it's
comes down
unfortunate that
to
they got to have China in the name, but they're good.
Right. Just hitting over 100 mile per hour is good enough for me. Yeah, I did my 100 mile per hour and I wrecked. I was so happy, and that's why I understand what you mean. Like, I don't have to be the fastest thing. I accomplished what I wanted. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? So
There
that's
you
how I
go.
understand
There
that.
you go.
Yeah, that's fun.
Doing what you do.
Right. You don't have to be the fastest man in the world. Just do you.
Well, I hit 70 and I'm happy.
There you go. There you go, man.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with it, man.
Yes.
someone asked, they said, how can they help their range? They have a Futaba with many different receivers, dual antennas, and still have issues.
All right. Well, I just fixed that issue regarding the whole Futaba thing. Well, not the Futaba thing, but just my range issues. Because if you watch right when I drive to go get my Limitless on the 4S 127 run, I lost range. So what I did, if you can see, hog ears. My antennas, I bought longer boosted antennas,
Hold on, let me
and I
big.
actually wrapped them around the A-arms. And I actually have them outside of the car. I don't have the body in here, the body is outside, but the body just comes in and hugs it right there. And I no radio glitch, no issue. And if you're wondering why there is a bent towed in tire, it's because that guy wanted to explode on the inside. So that's why she's kind of all taken apart. But I had range all the way down, all the way back. I knocked out my range issue. That's that. Now my other issue were tires. So I just got to wait till the, what's it called? Silver Hoons come back. That's pretty much the moral of it. If you keep it away from the electronics, which is the whole gist of it being on the outside of the body, you could still have it up and away from the electronics inside the body. I tried that and it still interfered. Now I just completely put it outside and the body's blocking all the, it could be EMF, electromagnetic interference, with all the amperage that's flowing through the wires or whatnot. It could be anything. So that eliminates that. Oh, actually, I just saw Happy Jack's comment. The antennas that I have that I installed on my Futaba receiver, he actually has. And I commented on his post when he put them out. If I would have known like an hour earlier, because I bought them an hour before he put the post out. So he has some antennas.
Okay.
The extra long ones if you want to run them out of your body safely.
So did he have a website to go to or something, or you just talk to him, or how you get the antennas that he has?
Well, if you try to find him on Facebook, Roger Jackson, real nice guy. He has a couple that he's selling.
Okay.
But if you also go on eBay, or let's say, I didn't go on eBay for mine. I bought them at like another hobby shop because they were out of stock on eBay, I think. And I just bought 3 of them, one for spare.
What's the brand?
You can just get them online. I don't even know. They're just, let me try to find one of them. Like the extra one. could. Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, y'all hit Happy Jack up, man. It's
There
right.
you go.
Someone
Okay,
asked while
so
you're doing that. They said, "What's Arma's next release?"
haha.
That's the face I make.
I honestly don't know. I honestly have no idea. And I honest to God do not know right now. Right now, the virus is slowing everything up. Everything.
Well, I know
So,
they mentioned something today on that that little live. They did. They kind of gave a hint of some form of a new chassis.
well, that'd be cool.
I heard of.
But I wasn't informed about that.
I heard about 4S.
No, it's all right. But I'm sure they have stuff made up coming out like later this year, probably not. They had the design for the Limitless in 2016.
Dang. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they got plenty of stuff then. Yeah.
Takes a lot of time, product development. That just like with twin turbo, even though that's not really designing a whole car, it's designing just the mechanism itself
Right.
took 7 months. You know,
Mhm.
let alone if you're building a whole car, let's say Arma or Horizon, it's gonna take a lot of time.
Right.
So now getting back to the whole receiver thing, I bought mine at Aloft Hobbies. So I guess they have a lot of lofting there. I don't know. This is the stock receiver. You could see receiver antenna. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You see how long it is? About 5 inches or so. This is the one that I have. Oh, hang on. If I can measure it up right here. Oh. This one that has a resistor at the end is the one that I actually have that's wrapped around the A-arm 1 or 2 times and then sticking up.
Okay.
So you could see the it's really hard with this camera.
Yeah, there you go. Everything is backwards on this. Just think about
yeah,
move
that's
the
screwing me up.
move the other way you think it is. That's all you gotta do.
No, not that. No. Yeah, right.
That's all you gotta do.
All right, so I'll just do this.
Yeah, that's it. We can see them.
All right, this is the OEM. This is the bigger one. Not bigger. It's just longer. That's really all that it is. But it also has a resistor at the end. Now, there is a reason for it, but I personally, if there's 2 things in this hobby that I don't know a lot about, that would be radio frequencies and connections. That's one thing it's hard for me to grasp. And gluing tires. It's just 2 things I just can't possibly do in this hobby. So that's pretty much it. You saw the comparison.
Don't feel bad. I can't do either one of them either.
Okay, what is it called? Just hit Happy Jack up. He right here in the chat. I'll put it on the screen right quick. Oh, there goes his phone number. So hit him up.
He says he has them for sale. He says.
Nice.
301-305-5036. Hit him up.
So someone else asked, what's the best setup to get your car going straight, camber, and tow-wise? They feel like they're about to sell all their speedrun cars with those 2 problems.
Now, before I go into that, what tires are they running?
Mike Ward, what tires are you running?
Yeah, tires, it also depends on what surface you're running on. Before we even touch that, I'd rather look at, the obvious. You're going to have really sticky tires, let's say GRP S2s, even though you shouldn't be running those really fast. But if the surface is really slick, it's not going to matter.
You say, so how did you twist? Or did you get the answer? How do you attach the antenna? Just twist it.
Yeah.
End of the old one,
that.
or replace.
No, if you.
Let me see. I got. We can see you.
Damn it! All right. If you can see this connector.
Yeah.
it's kind of like this, and it literally pops on the board of the receiver. You want to make sure that you are gentle. You know, it's a very thin board that the receiver is. If anything, I would probably use a knife and just get under and kind of stick it in one end gently, and on the other end, use like your fingernail to pry up evenly so it comes up at the same time. And
Right.
to put it back on, you just pop it back on.
Right. So by the receiver, and what it is, you could just snap that top piece off, or do you have to pry that?
Oh, you're talking about the plastic covering case?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just snaps on. It's like a shell
Okay.
configuration.
All right. That's good enough. I see. I
Said
could
he,
RC Fun changing his wire and his remote, his transmitter.
yeah, so I watched that.
Yeah.
He used that same exact what you have, and he did it in his DX5C where he opened it up, popped the old
Yeah.
one off the board, and then popped that one on, and then ran it outside.
Right. Great video, RC Fun.
So Mike Ward said he has run everything on tires, BSRs, sweeps, GRPs, have them all. Roads are nice and new.
Well, I will say regarding foam tires, regardless of brand, I've tried a bunch of foam tires on my Limitless and Typhon. I just could not get a grip. Tried cambering, castering just a little bit to try to compensate. I personally did not feel comfortable over 80 miles an hour, and I just let off. Now, I'm sure if you run a GT car, let's say not Limitless, the X01, I ran BSRs, which I will not dare to touch now. I mean, not that they're bad, I just don't like how they perform on open wheel cars. But on the X01, it changed that car 1,000-fold. It made that car. It made the X01 speak, scream, go fast. But I put the same compound, same exact tire on my Typhon, and it just not happening. But on my Limitless, not happening. Did he state that he tried GRPs or any kind of rubber tire? He did.
Yep.
I would really look at the asphalt that he's on, try to really see, or the road temperature or something, because there is a certain extent that you do need to add some downforce, hence the GT. If a lot of the GT cars, they will run foam tires just because there's more downforce, giving you more grip. You know, so it kind of goes hand in hand, and those tires, they'll last a little bit higher than GRP or rubber tires. So just again, with the variables, we have to see what we have to really determine camber, caster, toe, and all that.
Cool. Someone asked, did you and your friend with the X01 ever have your race?
Oh, with the X01? No. I actually forgot why. I think he had work that day, or the day that we were supposed to meet up, which was all good.
Censored or sensorless for speed runs?
That is pretty good of a question. I mean, a lot of the fastest runs out there are sensorless. Regarding what Castle has to offer, I mean, I just took the little, do I have it? Yes, I do. Well, it's not exactly little, but just the 2200 kV. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing power hungry. It's nothing ridiculous or insane. I did 131 on it and censored. The only reason why I would, just to make it, shorten it up, if TP had censored motors, wow. You know, I mean, if you're speed running, all the gearing at the beginning, the cogging, it's going to cause a little bit of stress on the heat and whatever. The sensorless capabilities, sensor capabilities, eliminates that. You don't even need to push your car. It's smooth like butter, no matter what gearing. I tried direct drive, I tried overdrive, no matter what. And in a 30-pound car, the Creighton, not just speed running on a car. I also did it in a truck. No cogging, ever. If they were to make speed motors, let's say a TP, Cordova, if they had censored motors of those would be wicked. Because, I mean, I didn't think I would be able to do 130 in just a Castle motor in a 12-pound limitless at the time, but it did. But that's not the reason why the sensorless. It's just a little bit more consistent. It's hard to say at this point, because if I run a TP motor, I just push my car. So undetermined as of now.
Okay. So I think you answered in that question. They said, "What about camber and toe?" When it goes back to that one with the tires.
Let's say you have a brand new set of tires and you not really run them hard, but you'll see how if you just roll your car on the ground, you'll see it'll pick up some dirt. If, let's say, a part of the tire is clean, you're going to want to, let's say, camber out. I really like to set my cars just straight. I don't care much about toe at all in the front. I try as much as I can to eliminate the toe in the rear. The A-arms on each side, and then the tires. Right now, like my Typhon, Limitless is horrible on it. You could see the toe in. It's ridiculous. So I put little washers on the inside of the A-arm, so it can kind of veer it out. Makes a little difference, not insane, but every little bit helps.
Good information.
So yeah. Sidebar, just wanted to say, with the Creighton 8S pulling vehicle, I'm pulling my kids with it.
That's awesome.
I pulled myself with the 8S.
Thanks, Matrix.
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, I think it would be better with my X-Max, though. Unless once I change the diff fluid, then I'll probably feel different. It was fun, though. It pulled me.
Yeah.
It pulled me down.
Pulled my car.
Lewis, he likes to bash the 8S Creighton.
What did it say?
6S or 8S Creighton?
He had asked what was the favorite 6S Creighton or 8S.
Okay, I personally do not own a 6S Creighton, but I've driven, I've driven my buddies a lot of times. Now, I really, really love the 6S Creighton because it acts, obviously like the 8S, but you could fit it in your back seat. You can pick it up and hold it. Let's say if you're walking somewhere. It's more of the weight and heft that it has over the 8S. But then again, if you like big trucks, the 8S is where to go. But feasibility, I think the 6S Creighton it's a sweet spot. It really is.
And the speed. The speed of it is way different from. It's peppy. It's more peppy than the 8S.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot more agile. It's going to be easier on everything. You don't need 8S to run it. You don't need a lot of stuff, really. Sorry, if you excuse me, my tablet's dying.
No, you're good.
Not everything
Sure.
has 6,000 milliamps.
Yeah. Did you when you pulled that monster truck, did you do the diffs in the 8S Creighton?
When I pulled the monster truck.
Well,
Are you talking about
you pulled your friend's monster truck?
Are you talking about the lifted F3? Oh, my buddies. That was a lifted F350. Now, that was done with 2 Creighton 8S's. And my buddy, he's actually one of my speed buddies. That's how we got to know each other. He bought a Creighton 8S, and I was like, all right, so the Creighton 8S pulled my car, but it couldn't pull that. All right, I guess I'll go home. And bam, he comes up. He's like, hey, I think this will help. Puts down a brand new, another Creighton 8S. And I had another chain, not a chain, it's like a bike metal chain thing. And we pulled his truck. I think it was like 60, no, not 63, like 70, 7,300 pounds. Both of them pulling it. It was wicked. I didn't think it could do it. So
that stopped without changing the diff fluids.
yeah, no, I actually didn't even open the diff at that point. I was just wanting to have fun with the car. It was literally, he had his literally out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I think the only thing I had done to it actually was nothing. So I think there's bone stock in there.
Okay.
So. Yeah. It would do a lot better if you put like 20 mil in the center.
Right.
To lock it if you're going to do a pull truck kind of setup.
Mm-hmm. Because the front spins more now than anything.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I plan on doing next. Putting that 20 mil in mind.
I currently have it in mind, and it really does some justice. Makes it a little bit peppier.
Right. See, that's what I need.
Exactly.
What do you have in your center diff on your Creighton 8S?
Currently, I have the 20 mil. I installed it like I think about a month ago. Obviously, you can't see it, but it's in there.
Yeah.
If you look at, hang on.
That's the 2028 motor.
Yeah. Hang on, it's lagging.
That's the sensor.
You guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sensor 2028.
It lagged out on us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let me try to do this and refresh. Nope, it still doesn't like me. What is that?
Hold on, let me try something. All right, there you go.
There you go.
Oh. Hang on, I'll just like refresh it. All right. So I was trying to show you the tread wear. You could see that.
Yeah, big.
Then you see that.
Oh yeah.
These are really starting to wear down, but they last a long time. Ugh! These Badlands.
Oh yeah, they're heavy.
Oh yeah, this truck is just ridiculous. But I have the big NTF heatsink fan combo on the 2028, the Mamba Monster X 8S.
Mike Ward actually makes those fans also. The same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're I mean, all these fans are just ridiculous. I dropped mine in water by accident and it just
still rocking.
Okay, you clean me.
Right.
It's very good, very, very good fans.
That's what's up. So what gear are you running on that?
On the Creighton?
Yeah.
I believe it's a 3447, which is kind of low. It's kind of slow. I just have it set for cruising. I'm not really looking to break any speeds, not records, but speeds.
Man, I gotta come.
What?
That oval track. Where you at?
What track?
That oval track that you ran the 8S Creighton on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I gotta come up there. I know SoFlo up there where you're at too. I think.
Yep. I was out there with him one time. Yeah. I actually raced his X Max, and he books it. He knows how to drive it.
Okay. Yeah, I need to come out there and have some fun with y'all.
Yeah, you let me know, and we'll set something up.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Someone asked Badlands on a Creighton 8S, any modifications?
Well, as I stated, the 20 mil diff fluid. Also have The Mamba Monster X8S runs cold no matter what. 2028, NTF fans. That's pretty much it. There's really not much more to it.
So did you have to modify the tires? You had to cut the rim out just to
Yeah,
get
that's
those?
what they were asking. The wheels, the Badlands, did you have to modify that for them to work on the 8S crate?
Oh, yeah. They have the right hex size, but the bore of the hole is, I think, 13 millimeters. So it's obviously a direct fit for the X-Max. But if you go to a true 24 millimeter setup,
Mhm,
that wheel hub, not the hub, the stud is going to be 17. So you
mhm.
got to just drill it out a little bit. And even if it's like 18 millimeters that you drill it out, it's still going to be all right, which I currently have mine set to 18 because it's still going to fit the wheel hex. The hub. So
Mhm.
it'll
Yeah, I
be
got
fine.
a
J
set.
Mitch said, why does Castle supply people with those short wires for censored setups?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you could probably find a longer one. I think they give you like a 10-inch, 12-inch. No, I think it's more like 10-inch censored wire. But right now, the censored wire in the my Creighton, it fits with a lot of slack, which is right there. It's not stressing out at all. Um, I'm sure you could get an extension or just get like another connector that could adapt to it.
Yeah, I
So,
think it comes. I think it comes with more cores though.
All right, Happy
the
Jack, have a good
2028.
night, man.
The
Take it
actual
easy, Roger.
ESC,
A what?
the actual ESC comes with. Well, no, the cores are kind of short though.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's short.
those. No, yeah, I see what you mean. I thought you were talking about the sensor wire. Yeah, it should really be changed up depending on what vehicle, I mean, not what vehicle, what electronic that you get. Obviously, if you're getting a 2028, you're not putting it in a Typhon where the body is like this long. You know, you have let's say a DBXL, that
Mhm,
chassis is massive.
Yeah.
mhm.
So,
That's what he's saying. He said he had to buy the extended one for his Mamba Monster X 2200 combo.
oh, yeah, I mean, I think they should have different varieties or something.
J Mitch, Mr. 12S. Hey, would you run 12S in that?
Yes, yes, I would.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my idea. I would
Have a
run
good night, Matrix.
12S.
Yes, yes, I would. Right now, the 2028 is just an amp hog. You know, you really got to gear to the moon in order to get somewhere. And then I think 10S would be a pretty solid voltage for something this size. You know, if you go any heavier, like DBXL or MTXL, 40 pounds, I would probably say 12S.
Right. So what gear ratio would you run if you say I got the 2028 and I bought the ZTW, the 12S amp ESC.
Mm-hmm.
What gear ratio would I run in the 8S Creighton? I mean it'd be 12S then.
I'm sorry if you didn't say the 2028.
Yeah, the 2028. I think that's
The
12S capable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a 12S motor. So if you're going to be running 12S with that motor, you're going to be capable of over 45,000 RPM. You do not need to gear high at all. So honestly, I would see what the stock gearing would be like at 17. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it might seem stupid, but keep in mind the motor's only giving you on 8S probably 30,000, maybe
Mm-hmm.
30,000 RPM when the capability is 45.
Right.
So
Okay.
I would try that there, and within the next year or so, we're going to see a lot more 12S Creightons coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I will say, but it's nothing Horizon or
Okay.
Arma related.
Someone asked, "Do you have a
Just
drag
saying.
car?"
Do you have a drag car? He said.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a Bandit, so I did put it up. I did put some foams on it. I went out with the guys down in Fort Lauderdale. If you know Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys are serious
Mhm.
down there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fastest I ran was a 1.9 on 3S with a Bandit. I didn't get into it. I was in it for a few months, and then it just died.
We got one of the fastest guys over here, Gabriel. What he hit
I
about
don't.
1.7?
He's out of Orlando. He did like 1.64.
Oh yeah, 1.6.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just what J Mitch said. He said 1721, 17 tooth pinion or 21 for 20. Exactly. I wouldn't gear that thing too high.
All right, thank you, Jay.
It's gonna be stupid on 12S.
And thank you, Brandon. Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna. I plan on doing that one day with mine.
Yeah.
What you think about those?
Go ahead, True.
No, I was just gonna ask about those 24S systems I be seeing. What they? I know you said it earlier, MGM, right?
24S.
Yeah.
What are we gonna?
We're gonna put it in the MTXL.
I mean, you
a
could.
a 5T.
You certainly could. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the torque that you'll have though is gonna be,
Breaking stuff.
yeah. At that point, 24S
gone. 212S systems.
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. I was personally thinking I would stop at 10S for my Creighton. I think that would have been more of a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
12S would probably be a little bit more efficient. 24S, you have a better chance of seeing God. I'm not doing that.
I'll put it in the 5T though.
Someone said your innovation. You can do it.
Right.
I can do it, but I choose not to do it.
Yeah.
24S, God.
Okay,
They say,
75 pound 12S.
they say, will they sell rollers eventually?
What rollers?
Who?
I don't know. Lee Phillips, that was his question. Will they sell rollers eventually?
If you talking about Armor, no. Jason Dearden.
Have a good night, Master.
The only roller they got is the innovation. All right, Master.
Take
I
it
don't
easy,
know,
Master.
Earl. I don't know, Earl. I'll ask him though.
I don't know, but I wouldn't say they'll never release. Let's say Arma. I wouldn't say Arma will not release another roller or a kit. Right now, the Limitless is probably one of the biggest on-road anythings out there.
Mm-hmm.
Kit or not, if you're getting that car, you're getting it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
If they do something else kit-wise, and it's only $400, we're already going to be putting our stuff in it. We're not going to want to keep a BLX 185 with a 2050 KV. I'd probably keep the motor, but the ESC, it's a rebranded Max 8. I'm not doing anything special with that, really. It's a possibility. That's what I would say. Do I know? I have no idea.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do have a drone.
What kind of drone you use?
It's a Ishin Wizard from Ishin. So it's just I think it's a 5-inch. Ran it on 4S. If you scroll back, like, I think 11, almost a year back in my videos, you'll see it. I think the board went bad on it, but I just got a new board in the mail, so I'm going to be fixing it up soon because I like to fly it.
Oh, so you had a racing drone, not no photography type drone.
Yeah, it's a race drone.
Okay.
All carbon.
So let me ask you another question. So when exactly did you get started on YouTube, and what motivated you to do YouTube?
I mean, I didn't start YouTube to do YouTube way back when. Now, it's not just for the duration of me doing RC. What motivated me was storage. My phone couldn't hold any more videos, so I just put them on. YouTube. So if you scroll all the way down to like the first videos, you'll see, you know, obviously nothing good, nothing really insane, but those were the videos that I liked when I was in middle school. So I put them on YouTube for storage. Then I deleted them off my phone because it made my phone run slow. That's literally the reason why. As the years went on and I got more into RC, then I was like, I'll just put more RC videos, not intending on like a lot of people will watch them. You know, I just really did them as a timeline, or have them in chronological order, so when I could relate back to them and say, hey, I did this at that time. Now, even further into the RC, when I was really getting serious and I started building stuff, let's say the Jet Typhon up, well, that thing, that was only a test, absolutely only a test. And I wasn't intending anyone, the video has 1.3 million views. I wasn't intending it to, but that really gave my channel a jump start. And I said, screw it. With that jump, I might as well have the snowball keep going. So that's what I did. And then Horizon found out, Horizon found out about me, and here now. So that's kind of, sorry for the backstory, but that's
cool.
Storage.
That's cool.
So someone asked, can we get a triple EDF X Max?
Triple EDF X Max. Well, I'll give you the triple EDFs, but I won't be buying an X Max. I was thinking about a triple EDF, but I think just one big monster Oh.
Don't give them too much.
Yeah, don't spill the beans.
Don't give them too much.
EDF with a TP motor.
Yeah. So they say a limitless Max 5 TP 2200 kV 4070 motor, 27 tooth pinion, and 34 tooth spur on 6S kill mode cat pack. What kind of speed might I get?
Depending on your trigger pull.
50.
Let me just try to.
You're gonna get $50,000. That's all you gonna get.
I'm gonna say like 112 to 118, depending on your trigger pull. Also your batteries. If you have really good batteries, I would say 112 to 116, 117, around that area. Hopefully without the ESC cutting off. If it was a non-CM, and if you ran just a standard 2250, you could probably do 120.
What's the next fifth scale would you get?
That I would get?
Yeah.
I'm torn between the DBXL and the MTXL. I'm gonna have, or no, I take that back. Scratch the MTXL. I'd probably go with the 5T. Just because it has so much room. You know, you could do anything with it on the inside. I would get it to specifically do 40 miles an hour, and that's it.
Right.
That's it. I would use that thing for the track.
That's real. I mean,
just 40 miles an hour.
I just want 40.
What you think about the RC Max engines and the ALX big bore engines, gas powered? Do you like gas powered or?
Well, I don't mind it. I think that gas and all that, combustion engines, there are a lot of pieces in them that are moving. You know, there's a lot of, how can I say this? Consumables in an engine, you know, if I can say.
There's too many moving
If
parts in that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you have the right stuff to tune an engine, to run it right, like it gets to a point in this hobby, you can feel what your car wants, and you know, it'll get to
Right.
that point. There are some guys that can make anything work really well. Me personally, I'm not big on nitro or gas. I've been thinking of getting one just to make noise and waste gas. But
I'm interested in the ALX and big bore motors that they have. If I got a 5T,
yeah,
if I went gas, that's the way I would go. If I go electric, of course it's gonna be 12S.
there you go. Yeah, I forgot what the exact name was, but I saw a Losi Baja 5B, so it was the buggy,
Mm-hmm.
and it had twin, I'm not sure if it was twin 50 or twin 100cc engines, exhaust pipes on each side. That thing was popping wheelies on contact.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I like.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I saw that. I think everyone saw that. That has more views than my whole channel.
RC Max UK. He does a lot of that stuff with the big board.
Yeah.
He actually he'll be on the show soon. Can't wait
That's
to
awesome.
talk about some of those gas cars because that's a different avenue that we haven't touched in yet, but I'm interested in. I just want to be a part of all the avenues of RC, electric,
Of the what?
all parts of the avenues of RC.
Oh yeah.
Gas, electric, boats, drones, crawling. I did crawling so far. I done did a little bit of speed. I done did bashing. Of course, that's my cup of tea. But
Yeah.
boats is my next avenue that I'm going with.
Same here. I was looking to get
Mm-hmm.
nothing insane, but literally get my toes wet. I mean, not like that, but
I know what you mean. I gotta get in. I gotta get in that one. I'm going.
I can't swim anyways, so no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, just get your recovery boat. That's what I'm gonna have to do. When I put my boat in the water, I'm making me a recovery boat because I ain't going.
I already have my recovery boat.
Just make sure it's self-rights.
Now I don't even want the self-right one because I'm going with twin Geico. So she gonna just be stuck out there if I ain't got no recovery boat.
This is my recovery boat, and it's gonna blow that B word to the other end of the lake.
Right.
It's gonna blow it.
There you go. Yes, sir.
I think just like a small rowboat will be more
efficient.
Yeah.
I seen what they do. Build it out of what's that tubing called?
Nitro tubing.
I forget what. Damn, what them damn pipes called that they use? PVC pipes. They use PVC pipes to build a recovery part, and you put the boat inside that, and then just go out there and put the boat in the middle of it, and you just drive it back.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a little snatch and grab vehicle.
Right. I've seen people use fishing poles. I'll be out there. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. What kind of gearing do I need on my Hobby Wing 800 kV to get 60 plus on my X-Max?
I need to see how fast mine went. That's what I'll do for you. No, because I just broke the gears actually doing a major jump. Next time I put my gears on, I'll do a speed ride for you and see how fast mine go. Because I had the 30 gears on mine.
What is he currently at? With what gearing he has now?
Yeah.
There you go, lowrider. What gearing do you currently have?
Ooh, I'm not gonna spill beans. I know about something that's coming out. I ain't gonna tell nobody.
There you go.
Nope.
Keep it locked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't tell it. I'm not going to. Mr. Mad, you know I'm like
nice 6'9". I'm about to call you 6'9".
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna be 6'9", no. Okay. That's what I'll find out. Hey, Mr. Mad, I'm definitely coming to your avenue, man. And you know I'll be watching. I've been watching, but
Oh man, big shout out to him, man.
big shout out to Mr. Mad. He do all the boats.
Yeah, Mr. Mad do it.
So anything you want to learn about boats, man,
Yeah,
definitely.
he told me he gonna send me that Miss Geico, bro.
Oh yeah, and then me and you gonna fight.
Yeah. He told me he gonna send me that Miss Geico, bro.
He can send you
Put
that.
your gloves on, bro. Put
Hey,
your
look,
gloves on, bro. We gotta go to war.
You can have the Miss Geico. Send me the bang good.
right, you send that to him, Mr. Mad. I'm coming where you at, and I'm coming where Gap at.
Send me the bang good because that one hit 100 stock with just props.
We don't need that one. We need Miss.
No.
That's all he did was change the price. He hit 100.
Hey.
He ain't have to do nothing special to that boat. Change
Video or it didn't happen.
Oh, it's on video.
Oh yeah, it happened.
Link it.
Oh yeah,
that's what everyone in the RC speed world got to see. You know. No.
Oh yeah.
Hey, pull it up, Drew.
I actually want to see that.
He won't copyright you.
YouTube will copyright me. He ain't gonna do it. YouTube will do it. Well, I'll pull up his channel though. Let me go to Mr. Mad.
That's wicked though.
Yeah,
100 miles an hour on
he's
water.
a monster with the boats.
Yeah,
He's a monster with the boats.
Let me go, Mr. Mad.
They are Mr. Mad. They're arguing about Miss Geico. I want the bang good. You send me the Zonda.
This the one you want. You want the 41-inch. I want
Yes.
100 mile per hour right there.
big boat.
97.2.
That's crazy.
That's the last one, the new one, the 100.
That's the one I want right there. Look at that ugly little girl. That's all right. She gonna be beautiful sitting in my office.
107.7 with Miss Geico.
That's what I'm talking about.
107.
Wow.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but listen, that Zonda still has room to beat that. So send me the bang good. Y'all can have Miss Geico.
I'm going for what I know. I don't know nothing else. He ain't had enough with her. He had enough time with her. I'm going for what I know.
But listen, think about it. Second run on that boat with just a change of props, and he's already over 100.
Man, let's see. When he got Miss Geico. Okay, Miss Geico way down here. 80 something.
I'm telling him, Mr. Mad. I'm trying to tell him.
Well, send me the boat then, since y'all want to go.
Nah, see, he want us to have that one. He don't want us to have Miss Geico, so he ain't gonna tell us that's better.
Right. All right, so I'm gonna link that in there.
That's pretty cool. That is wicked.
I'm gonna put that link in there so you could check him out. He definitely has some great videos, man. And he shows it on a data logging, like you guys do. So he don't actually sometimes his GPS don't tell the truth. And he actually faster than what he do according to the data logger. So he actually shows that on his videos. So I just put that in the chat. We also have a private chat, which I'll send, and I'll send it to your Instagram. That way you can check him out.
Awesome.
I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
not a lot of guys will show a direct log right after speed. Mainly, I mean,
Right.
it's a lot of work to plug it in, take it out, you know. But
I couldn't
for
understand.
someone to go through the effort and do that, that's pretty cool.
Right. I couldn't understand. Like, you gotta know what you're looking at too. For y'all guys that know what you're looking at with that, I commend y'all, because that data logging look like chemistry. You gotta know what you're looking at.
A lot of lines,
Yes,
and
sir.
colors.
Yes, sir. But see, once you know it, you know it. I mean, I just never took the time to get to know it.
Yeah.
Just plugged it in a few times, looked at it. I actually went in there just to change the amperage because I had the
Yeah.
XLX and I had the kill mode. I was trying to do speed runs with that too. I should have went with the 4070 TP
Yeah.
regular. And I just
CM motors are really amp hungry.
right.
I won't say that they're overhyped, Lee Phillips. I don't know what y'all. Do you feel like Tekin is overhyped?
Man, Tekin is awesome, bro.
Deacon's pretty good for what they are.
I had one
They're really good.
I had one on a Typhoon and it was getting down. It was a drag car. It got down. And then after that, I watched your videos on the kill mode. That's what made me go get that, and I took the Tekin off.
Yeah, I think that motor will kill the Tekin.
Yeah, oh definitely.
Tekin, they make some of the best 8th scale ESCs. I don't know why they're so expensive. I think it's just because they're like a racing company, and I understand that they're trying to
it's
pay
based.
sponsors.
It's based more. Yeah, it's based more for racing.
Yeah, it's good stuff though. They have a lot of awesome censored setups. If you're running 8th scale buggy, goodies.
What do you say? RC Daniel doesn't the roller. What is it?
That was one thing I learned quick when I got into the racing hobby because you race against guys that everybody has 8 scale buggies, everybody has 8 scale truggies on the track, but then you're like, I'm running somewhat the same 8 scale setup that you guys are running, but why are you guys running so much faster than I am?
They probably
Come to find
track.
out, well, no, come to find out is those guys that were racing 8 scale buggies were using not 8 scale buggy motors, but they were using the 8 scale truggy motors in the buggies.
Lower KV.
Mm-hmm.
They probably had a little bit more endurance than a higher KV motor. They're probably running
Yeah.
1900, maybe 18.
Yeah.
I run the 1650 KV in my track Typhon, the Castle 1717. So it's kind of overkill for low KV, but it lasts all day, and that's the purpose of it.
Someone asked any high speed
it's
crashes.
It's pretty nippy.
He got plenty of them. You better go look at his channel. He don't went airborne. I thought I went airborne. Y'all better stop laughing at me because he don't went airborne too. So and this
no pain, no gain.
So that's what I'm talking about. For those guys that were laughing at me, y'all ugly. Man, they just ain't know what they was.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna happen.
What do you say, King Motor? What about, I like King Motors.
Yeah, it's Lee.
I like King Motors. They actually got. I actually want to try that one that look like the UDR almost. Not. It don't look like a UDR, but it's shaped like that. It's electric. That they have. I forget the name of that car. What was that car? Yeah.
Mojave?
No, it wasn't a Mojave. It was made by King Motors. I go to it right quick.
Oh, it's made by King Motors.
I think Lee. What was it? What's the name of that vehicle, Lee?
Somebody actually was. Yeah, Lita was talking about it earlier.
I think that's Lee that be with Gap.
I actually want to try that truck because nobody has it.
The SBR clone. Oh no. Yeah, SBR clone.
I'll show you right here. I got it right here. This one here.
Challenger.
Spare tires. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Yeah, so I'm gonna try this, man, because this one like what 500, $600. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the
$600.
same price as the Mojave.
Mm-hmm. Brushless, ready to run, short course truck, 160 amp ESC. I wonder if they're gonna come out with an 8S version of a short course truck like that.
You probably will.
Mm-hmm.
Probably will.
All right, Mr. Mad, appreciate you, brother. Super Baja Ray.
All right, Mr. Mad, have a good one.
Take it easy, man.
I saw this on it yesterday. About Do anyone? Any of you guys know how? I don't know what they're talking about. Do any of you guys know how good Xing RC is? Was looking.
Probably exceed.
My bad, fellas. I had to step out.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Exceed.
Mad
Very
Code.
good.
You know about that car? Xing. It's called the Mad Code.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I seen.
Exceed or exceed?
I seen the Mad
I think
Crush.
it's Exceed.
Xing.
Exceed.
It
Right.
got a D. Yeah, it's a D on the end.
Oh, he spelled it with an N. I don't know about that one.
Mm.
All right, Montana Max, have a good one.
Uh-oh, I froze again.
You froze.
That ain't nothing new. They always freezing us, kicking us off.
Yeah.
Mad Code.
Yay. All right, I'm back.
Oh, that looked pretty cool. I don't know nothing about it, but it looks straight.
Yeah, I know that Nitro XRC sell a lot of
It's
those.
A scale. Yeah. A scale short course truck.
Yeah, when I first got in the hobby, I was looking at a lot of
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But might go. It might go.
What's the price on it?
Yes.
Oh, that's cheap. That's the $400.
$369. Jack H, how much was the deal?
Oh, he got one.
They kept the sentence.
The sentence, yeah, they should have kept that sentence. I don't know why. They got
almost.
Yeah.
Does that almost resemble a SCTE chassis? It kind of looks like the Losi.
Brandon.
SCTE chassis.
How you feel about techno cars?
Techno,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is in the upper caliber of 8th scale buggies, truggies, trucks. They have really well-built chassis. I love how the shocks are laid out. They're pretty legit, you know.
Yeah, 'cause I think I want to get into one of those soon.
So he said 175.
Absolutely, pull the trigger. They're good vehicles.
Oh.
Okay.
So Jack H said 175 is what that guy's asking for that XC.
Oh, you better get it then. You better get it. You can get it about 150. My wrestler runs a 2200 kV TP power on MM8X 6S. Whoa.
Yeah, Earl Rustler.
And a Rustler?
That's Earl. That's Earl.
Oh,
Yeah,
Earl Rustler.
Oh, yeah, that he definitely gonna run some.
That's pretty serious.
Mm-hmm. Earl got some
Keep
cool.
in mind, my wrestler does nothing more than 30.
Yeah.
Nothing more than 30.
You kept it for
31 and up, it's overkill.
Right. Techno best out. Yeah, that's where I get it from. Deontay. Deontay is the techno king. You know that.
The Techno King.
Yeah.
Techno King.
And if you in
diff fluid.
Yeah, if you're in doubt of what diff fluid to put in your car, just put some Deontay on it.
Put some Deontay in it. It'd be good.
Rick Springs.
$1 million.
I don't know if he's in the chat, but UDRC has the associated 114 scale truggy.
You like to do track racing, Brandon?
Do I like track racing, like off road or carpet or?
I would say off road.
Oh, just off road? Yeah, right before I really got into all the RC stuff, I was always at the oval with my Rustler and the Typhon version 2 Typhon.
Mm-hmm.
I was always at it.
Yeah, see
I
that
think I was there for like 10 hours a day. I was just doing laps.
Dang.
So more oval than actual off road.
Well, oval. Well, it's a dirt oval. So
like off road meaning Mills Pond.
Oh, you're talking about like a buggy course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've taken my Typhon to Mills Pond a couple times. I don't really do much over there, mainly because my Typhon is also kind of a basher. So it's tuned a little bit as like a basher setup and track setup. So I kind of give it like the best of both worlds. So if I tune it for Mills Pond, I'm not really going to want to just run it back and forth out on the road or something. I wish they did the other track in Delray because I'm closer to there.
Mm.
There's the oval in Delray, but they also have the buggy course. But that one is not maintained.
Yeah.
I think they let a lot of these tracks go.
Yeah.
Or they just don't even have the tracks open how they should. I know if I had a track, that thing would be open, wide open.
All the time.
You can't take fifth scale RCs too. That's another thing that bothers me.
Yeah, they have to restrict that, and in one hand I understand, in the other hand, you know, there should be at least one free day a week, no matter what, you know. But the fit scales, let's say you got Badlands running 8S, you're going to be tearing that track up, and the guys they will really like put time in, they'll put work into making the track. But I think they should let it open to everything after a race day. Like you have a race day or race weekend,
right?
Then Monday through Thursday it's open to everyone, you know, or practice day.
Right.
Yes.
That's understandable.
I don't know.
That's
yeah, Lewis. I raced at the track in Coral Springs.
You were everywhere.
Yeah,
there are Lewis.
Lewis,
a couple of courses.
yeah. There's one.
I'm trying to find an on-road track.
That'd be awesome. An on-road track.
We ain't got. That's
like none.
Florida, we ain't got nothing.
Yeah, Georgia.
We are the flattest state in the friggin' continent, and all we have is off-road tracks. We could have a beautiful flat circuit course.
They have the one on-road course, but it's in Kissimmee.
Oh. Yeah.
There we go.
RC Daniel, Innovation RC. Do you run your Rustler on 2S? Also, what's a cheap budget upgrade motor for bashing? I actually run a 2600 kV brushless motor from Ghoul RC, I believe. It's $25. I don't think they make it anymore because I think they have a newer version. But it runs cold on 2S, and I have it geared 1538 on 2S. So it'll probably do like 35 miles an hour or something like that. No, nothing more. And I run a Sidewinder 3 ESC. Nothing special. Just put it in there to get it going.
I got the Sidewinder 3 and the 4700 kV castle motor.
You'll be quicker than me.
I like for the 1/8 scales run the Hobby Star motor, the 4093 or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Hobby Star is making some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good price.
Almost like Wings.
Yeah, great prices.
Yeah.
Man,
I thought at one point they were like a rebrand of Hobby Wing.
Well, yeah, that's what it's like to me. Yeah.
Because you'll have people who go out and actually buy the Hobby Wing, but then you can get the Hex 10, which is the exact same thing,
Yeah,
just the budget brand version of it. So you spend 60 something bucks as opposed to 150 or whatever it is.
Yeah, as time goes on, everything is getting a rebrand. I believe the Max, I mean, not the Max 6, what's it called? The Firma 160 amp, which comes stock in the Creighton 8S, is a Hex 6, just with Spectrum stuff over it. Spectrum heatsink, too. But you can't go wrong with that ESC if you're bashing, too.
He said he got a 3S BLX system in his Ruffler 2-wheel drive. I know that thing fly. Yeah, I got my Hobby Wing set up for you, 4S capable.
11 Charlie said we'll take Brandon crawling one of these days.
Let's go. I'll do that. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of not really against crawling, but not looking forward to it at all until I drove my buddy's crawler. I think it was a TRX4 Bronco.
That's the main.
It was just a Bronco with all the diff locks. That was cool as. I was like, I couldn't get up here, and then he was like, "Here, flip the switch," and then all I hear was,
right.
And then that thing just crawled over. I was like,
"Yes, sir." Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Coach actually got me into crawling. He got me into crawling when my first crawler was because of him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I ended up getting a crawler course built on the side of the house, but it got bored after a while. You need to find places where if you're gonna do crawling, you want to find some places with some rocks and a whole bunch of different.
He started with one crawler, and within 2 weeks he had 4.
Man, I went crazy. I went RC crazy. Period, bro. Period.
That's not a bad thing.
Yes, man.
Lewis said
does
is around
Horizon? I'm not sure if Horizon has any crawlers with diff locking capabilities.
Trax is the only one I think. Trax is
I think Horizon's trying to stay out of Traxxas's hair because Traxxas is gonna kick and scream.
Oh yeah, they say they're the bullets, but not talking about that. Yeah, but they got good stuff. They got good stuff too.
Lewis said that the course is around Coral Springs Drive and Ramblewood.
Ramblewood. Where did I see that? Recall Ramblewood.
Summit was a fake crawler. That one 8S. Yeah, RC crazy. I'm telling you, Earl, after all this time, I'm RC crazy. I wish I was a multi-billionaire. I have every RC they made just because. I have a whole RC house.
I'd open a hobby shop not open to the public.
I'm telling you. This is my shop. I'm not selling anything in here.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So here, I'm gonna say something. If you had $1 million to do anything RC related, but make it realistic, like seriously, what you want to do, what would you do with it? What would you do?
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
I would build RC like theme park type deal to where everybody can come. You got a crawler section, you got a drag strip, you got a bashing section. You have it's water in the middle, so the boats will be in the middle. You have a drone section where there's little cities to where you can fly to them. Everything that has to do with RCs, you can do it there. That'd
Solid.
be what I put some money into.
Solid. Coach?
Well, the only reason he said that is because me and him have talked about this.
I've been had that plan.
Guys, man.
I had that plan. Babe, tell my how long I had that
Don't add her in the conversation.
plan.
You know she's gonna side with you anyway.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, yeah, that would have been one of the things. But also because we don't have one close by us, I would open up something local here, a hobby shop in our city.
That too. That too.
Yeah,
We don't have that.
they're becoming extinct, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Radio Shack, that pissed me off.
Right. We don't have that either. So what
So
would you?
that would be the same for me. I would have to do something RC related, and you know what I'm saying. It would start off with a track. You know what I'm saying, like, and it would
Yeah.
be open to the public at all times. It would be multiple tracks. It would be the off road, the on road, the drag strip, the big fifth scale track, and you know what I'm saying, just things that, you know, because really and truly, a lot of people still look at this as toys. You know what I'm saying? We look at it as toys too, but we look at them as grown men toys and not children's toys. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It lacks in so many areas, and there's so many ways that it could be better, and we could get way more people into the hobby just if they can see it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they don't see it it makes it almost like, what are they doing out there? You know what I'm saying? So it would be the same for me, man. It would be everything hobby related. It would just straight up track,
Absolutely.
straight up RC complex, come and have a good time. I'll put a man-made lake out there so we can have the boats, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom, it'll be RCs.
There you go.
What was yours?
All right. So obviously, it's going to be, you know, what you guys said. But regarding speed stuff, I want there to be an on-road car track, off-road car track, an oval, you know, everything. For the speed stuff, I want it to be in a somewhat controlled environment. So let's say it rains out. You could still go speed running. If I had $1 million, I would have an indoor complex, not a warehouse, but something that can take out the weather variable, you know? So you could really see what your car can do and provide consistent results. An overhang, probably air, I mean, it doesn't really matter if air conditioning, but I would have probably something like that. I would love to have other events like bowling, mini golf, soccer fields, other stuff like that, like for a reason, to get everyone in the hobby or everyone in the hobby to do something else. Now, before I always do a video, I play Call of Duty. Always. And I'm not a hardcore player. I purposely do it just for 10 minutes, just to get my mind off. Because if you're RC all the time, you know, it's healthy to kind of get a little bit sidetracked on that, as I always get sidetracked. But that's pretty much what I would do. I would love to create a lot of jobs regarding that situation. I would love to have people maintain that area.
Right.
I would love to do that.
Right.
To where not only that $1 million is made back, not that I care about that money. I would personally love to host events to where if I did make that money back, I would give stuff away. You know, where the money starts making itself. I hate money. I hate it, but you need it.
Right.
Money is made by man. Man's imperfect. I would love to create jobs, people bowling, baseball fields, maintenance, all that stuff. I would love to. So it's kind of like an ecosystem.
Right.
So it makes itself and maintains itself. And I would love to do that.
I like the fact of, like you say, weather control, because isn't it, who is it? Is it the Cowboys that were their stadium that the roof closes?
We have one here too, buddy, called the Mercedes-Benz.
Oh Lord, anybody stop. Someone asked, have you ever had a let me go back to it, sorry. Have you ever had an RC catch fire?
Hell yes.
No, okay. You talking about weed? You over here talking about
Oh
weed?
yeah. You're in this hobby for a certain amount of time, there will always, I mean, you can do everything and anything right, and it will just still happen to you once if you're in this for, let's say, a decade or even a year.
Mm.
It's just bound to happen. Stuff doesn't always happen to your liking. Can't always count on it. That's why I actually have an XLX that I don't, it's not even soldered. I'm just keeping it as a paperweight, really. Maybe in 10 years it'll be worth something. Where'd he go?
I want that work.
True, he disappeared probably.
Yeah.
He blended in with the
With the background.
background. It's wearing green.
I want. You can get it anytime you want it, Lee. No,
Oh, speaking of fires, did you guys see in the one group this guy he had? I mean, obviously it was a lipo fire, and those are the worst kind of fires. His whole shed was it's a fire doesn't state the justice of how incredible that fire was in a bad way. It was just a powerful fire. Like
I've seen the lipo
flames
fires
were shooting out. I was like, holy crap.
that happened to
What was
someone's
even-
garage.
Yeah.
Like took out the whole garage.
Oh, absolutely. It's ridiculous. But I mean, I would love to see what that person did to the batteries so it can influence that result. I haven't had a lipo fire, thank God, yet. But I don't know. Got to make sure you have your battery cutoffs on your charger. You got to make sure you have your settings set correct. All the manufacturers out there, they're really trying their best to make it as safe as possible. To, let's say, you input the wrong voltage, even though you have let's say a 3S, but charger detects a 2S, it's not going to charge it. That's what mine would do. So,
Walter, I do both.
are you only boat?
No. He was asking, do y'all race or bash only? I said I do both.
Oh, both. I thought you said boat. Yeah, I'm a both guy.
Yeah, me too.
It's the same name on Instagram, Rashawn. Lee, yeah, I had a hobby star in my typing that I actually just traded for the Creighton.
Hey, I do not camp ever in quick scope.
Oh,
Never.
Bro, I ain't count.
So let me find out you be on. Listen, if you're camping in quick scoping, you shouldn't even be on the game.
No, that gives me anxiety. I can't do that. I'm a shotgunner. I gotta run up and get my kill. I gotta earn what I get. Do you have PS3? Because all my friends left me for PS4. The lipo bags that can be pretty good. I mean, they're not going to completely seal up what you let's say a big fire like that. Probably the best kind of case would be those ammo cans, those steel ammo cans. Yeah, you drill like a 1 or 2 inch hole to where you can have your battery wires come out. Make sure you use a balance extension so all the wires are out but the battery is in, just to minimize anything.
I think there was a video also on it. It showed a guy shows how to do it, how he did his, and how he separated and.
Yeah.
Or charging the fireplace.
Kevin Reyes said, "Innovation. What Call of Duty do you play on PlayStation 3?"
Only the good ones. World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I'm about to throw Black Ops 3 away.
Yeah, they
sometimes
like
Ghosts, rarely Advanced Warfare, and I think that's the highest I've gone, or the newest I have.
What about
I love
2K?
Black Ops 1. 2K?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any sport games. I do have racing games, though.
I feel you on that one.
Oh, and Modern Warfare 3. I have that. Absolutely.
Did you play 360 back in the day?
With my buddy? Absolutely.
What you know about that Halo?
Ooh, I do. I do. Reach.
There you
Done
go.
Reach.
so Forza or Gran Turismo.
God. All right. Well, yesterday I was playing on an Xbox One with my buddy at his house, and we were doing Forza. And I bought my semi dream car, the Kia Stinger, and of course they don't have anything in the Gran Turismo I have because that's from 2014, 20 negative whatever. So it's hard to say. I'm gonna probably have to say Forza because I'm on an older. Comparing where I'm at now, I'll go Forza.
So see, Forza when it came down to the car thing. That was my deal because, and on the drag strip, I used the Datsun 510.
Yeah.
The Datsun 510 is
Sure, you don't want
you can do so much tuning to it, and it's crazy.
My bad.
And I had a custom. I had my paint job on my Datsun. It was a FedEx logo.
That's pretty cool.
I gotta pay
But
for my internet again.
delivering ass whoopings.
that's
Man,
cool. I mean, there's a lot more you could do on Forza. I know that you could do
Mhm.
upgrades and paint your car, but you can make your own decals in Forza. You can do
Mhm.
engine swaps in Forza. My buddy put an F1 engine in like a Honda Odyssey. That's like a car that you call Karen. That's a Karen car, and it sounds like that's crazy. It's had 1,100 horsepower. But no, I mean, I think I'm gonna want an Xbox as my next game system. I'm waiting for the next generation to come out, either PS5 or Xbox 2. I don't know, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So yeah, because
Totally.
they coming around. They coming out though with the fifth generation around Christmas time. So might as well just wait.
They're coming out with good stuff this year. Hopefully, Corona doesn't screw it up.
Well, they did kind of. I think I forget which one it was, but I think it was PS5. They were initially not. Once things happened, they were going to push theirs back to 2021, and
I
then
mean, I
Xbox was
see
going to
why.
release in 2020. But then I guess now because Xbox is still going to release
They ain't
early,
gonna have no choice but to release. Yeah.
they're going to
If
release
Xbox gonna
early
release,
as
they
well.
got to release. Is just
Mm.
it wouldn't make sense to wait. If you wait, you're gonna take a big hit on money loss.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, they will take a decent hit, but it's kind of like a tease. You know that the PS5 is going to come out, but it's going to be out after. So there's going to be people waiting, and they're going to be hungry. So
Yeah, the diehard PlayStation heads are gonna wait. The
oh,
people who
absolutely.
like both systems, they're gonna get the first one that comes out.
Yeah,
You got to
absolutely.
think, especially for grown people, people who have children, people who us older gamers. It's definitely we're definitely gonna go with the first one that comes out because then you got Christmas time. So if it
Yeah.
drops right after Christmas, it's probably gonna be tax
Yeah,
time before
they're
everybody
losing
actually
out
gonna
on a
pick it
whole
up.
year.
Yeah, yeah. If Xbox drop, they're not gonna have a choice but to drop
Yeah,
it.
that's
Even if they
true.
don't work out all the bugs, they're gonna have to drop it.
I'm gonna have to. That's one thing I'm gonna pull. That's one of my biggest decisions. I mean, ever since I started doing YouTube and getting bigger in this RC stuff, I haven't cared about gaming that much. But I still give it the respect to an extent, but I need to upgrade. They shut all the servers down for Gran Turismo, and I'm playing by myself way too often, and it doesn't sound good. So.
Yeah. What are they talking about in the chat, Coach?
I don't know, sir. Oh, here we go, right here. Speaking of my dot, I was trying to find my Datsun.
Walter Hernandez. Yeah, got reviews.
There it is.
That's my Forza drag car. That's gonna smoke that thing coming.
That look like the Kaiju. Like the Kaiju, don't it? It look like the Red Cat Kaiju.
They need to hire that Datsun, because all these packages are taking forever to get here. You need something to haul ass.
Yeah. I was expecting one today and yesterday, and neither one of them came.
Yeah, I ordered a range booster to go on top of the whole antenna setup a month ago. It still has not shipped from origin country. Damn it.
And you can see once I tuned it, it went from an R class, or you can't really see it, but it went from an R class to an S class.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like how much you can do in what's it called? Forza.
Lee Phillips said, Coach D, what kits you run?
What kits?
Is he talking about RC related? I think he's talking about RC related.
Just what I have right now.
Yeah, basically.
Just what I have. Creighton 6S, Mojave, X-Max. I got the Mugen. If you're talking about racing wise, I got the Mugen MBX6 for you, Lee.
That's a good question. Check out what RC Daniel said.
Do you join them speed challenges, and what you think of people who hide gear secrets?
I will say, I will not be giving out my gearing for the 3S100. Will not. There's no money in the world that will get me to do it, because to an extent, helping someone get to a certain speed is one thing. Helping them get past what you work for and what you really put time and effort into. Like I told you, I know it's only 100 miles an hour, but a Limitless is heavy. You could maybe do it in a Typhon, but I have not seen anyone do 3S battery, 100 miles an hour in a Limitless. I've only seen parallel runs. The time it took for me to do that was ridiculous, and all that time and effort will go away as soon as I give it to someone, because it'll just spread around like a wildfire. I mean, to an extent, I respect if someone asks me, do you think you can help me on gearing? Absolutely. Someone wants help to get to 120, I'll tell them what motor, what ESC, what to do to the ESC, I'll do that. But you also got to go out and get it. It's, in one hand, I have to be the supporting professional, I guess, that I am. In the other hand, I do speedrun. I do really respect a lot of the work that the guys do out there. So, in the other hand, I really see their viewpoint with covering up their gearing, this and that. Like the guy that did 177, you're not getting his gearing,
But also you can look at it like, okay, you do speed runs, right?
Yeah.
I don't do speed runs. You can tell me your exact gearing, your exact motor, your exact ESC, your exact way to set it up, and I still may not hit that 100 that you hit. Because I have to find my own niche. It's just a starting point. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
You could tell me, okay, this is guaranteed to get you 120 miles per hour with A setup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? B setup is guaranteed to get you 106 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
I could put the A in one car and the B in the other car, and I still may not hit what you hit.
Yeah.
You feel
it all depends. Absolutely. Yeah, like someone right now can give me. I mean, I've never ran 150 miles an hour. I mean, not 150. Well, that's one. But what's it called? 8S. I've never ran 8S. Someone can give me an 8S setup to do 150 or even 140. My personal best all time is 136. I put 8S in with a certain gearing that I already have in mind and break that. But I won't do it because you've got to have what it takes to get there, you know? And it takes a lot of practice. All the guys doing like 150, 160, you know, they've put a lot of time and effort in, you know, likely years into the hobby or into the speed run aspect. You know, you could give me 150-mile-an-hour tune. I personally will not get it. I'm not caliber to that yet. So it's just over amount of time. If you practice, we'll get there. And just learning more what the car needs and wants. Really, at that point, if you don't give it what it wants, it's either going to blow up or you're going to crash and it's going to cause a big dent in your wallet. So. To an extent.
So if someone were to buy a Limitless and say, "Hey, Innovation, I'm going to ship this to you. This is what I want to hit."
Yeah.
Would you build that car for that person?
Yeah. I see no problem with that. If you're saying I want to hit 3S, 100 miles an hour on 3S, no, I'll tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like 80%, 90% of the way. But in the other hand, it really takes, I mean, I can't even lie. It's just putting the run in to make sure you get that trigger pull exactly right. And I had the same setup, same 100-mile-an-hour setup on 3S. I did 96, and I was full throttle for 4 seconds. I was like, what? Why did I go back down? I topped the battery off. I checked the data log, cleared it, calibrated, took all the gears out, put them all back in, same way. Then I did 100. I'm like,
where did I go wrong?
Yeah, it could be anything. Anything. But yeah.
Lee said gap building something for me to do dirty Saturday.
Huh? You say what? Am I building something to get dirty on Saturday?
No, you said you building him something.
I ain't building nothing.
You said gap building something for me to do dirty Saturday.
Oh yeah, he's about for him. He think he's gonna beat up on me, but he really not.
Okay.
Yeah, he really not. He's really not. He's gonna take some L's. Tickle me elbow. He's definitely gonna take some L's. Drew, what you got going, man? What you fixing?
Trying to figure out what the servo saver doing on the 8S Creighton. I should have never did that backflip off the gate.
Rick Spring.
You should have never did a lot of stuff you do. But you do it
I wish they take that out.
I should have
The
never.
whole saver thing. It's ridiculous.
I mess up everything, dude.
Why? What's going on?
I was gonna do a backflip off the gate with the 8S Creighton. It ain't do a backflip, but it went in the air.
Do you have the servo saver out?
No, it's like in the front. You know how it has the little black piece that sits in between.
The nub.
Yeah, on there that's loose. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that. I'm just free spinning.
Let me check. Free spinning?
Yeah, free spinning that piece right there. That little nub.
Mine's loose. I don't know. Maybe mine is broken too. No, actually, when I disassembled it, it is supposed to just rest there. Pretty much being that the servo saver is more on the thick side, thick with 2 C's. That little nub just holds the other end of the servo saver to rest it on that U bracket, just
Okay.
to support the other side. All it's doing is resting. And then on the other side of that nub, there's the bearing. So it's kind of meant to, it's not meant to spin, but it's just going to do it because it's there.
wonder
I
how
kind
does
of
that
dislike the design though.
My other part is I don't have the big enough tool to get in there. If you need some tools to work on a real car with, to work on crazy.
I was gonna say I actually cracked open my toolbox because
Right.
I used to be a Chevrolet technician, hence the hat. I actually took out my 1/4-inch ratchet wrench. I'm like, damn, I'm working on a toy.
Right. And that thing.
Mine don't move though. My little thing y'all talking about on the front, mine don't move.
No,
mine ain't
he
moving
said
at all.
spin.
Yeah,
Spin. Like there's like two these things, then it's shorter in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
To that, short in the middle. You should be able to spin it like that, not like that. I guess.
Yeah.
Mine don't feel like it's moving at all.
I guess mine's broken.
They asked who painted your limitless body.
I did.
That was right.
I don't know why I had to think about that. I guess it's.
I'm gonna take
my
this.
brain is processing slow.
Yeah, fellas, mine ain't moving at all. Mine is solid as it can get.
Yeah, so I broke something in there. I'm gonna take my 8S system out of here and put in my.
Mine broke, and y'all's working, and mine might be broke.
Oh, that's what you, Brandon. You should get a Mojave, bro.
Yeah, I've been told that.
Bro, I'm telling you, change the remote off the rip. Change that remote, and you probably want to change the gear like I did. Man, you put a 22 pin on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, bro, that thing is wicked.
Yeah,
wicked.
Definitely wakes it up.
It's one of my best RCs.
Oh yeah, this is right now this is the basher, not a basher, the.
Right.
So Louise, I would have to go with the Creighton just for handling. How big it is, it's handles like a truggy. It is a truggy.
Yeah, I definitely want to do the 8S Creighton on the oval track, man. That'll be awesome.
I loved it. That was bone stock too in that video. Absolutely bone stock.
Dang.
Well, I mean, it could be that I drive it well, but I don't want to be stingy. But I took the AVC off, and it genuinely handled well. So
got to turn that down, bro, because it's so big. But not only that, it's going to try to correct itself.
Yeah, I actually rebound my receiver way back when with no AVC. I just completely took it out.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I like my 8S Creighton as well. But bashability goes to the X-Max, bro. Hands down, the X-Max.
The X-Max is no slouch. It'll get it.
You got, especially when you go big block. When you go with 800 kV in there, it turns that X-Max into, because it's a lighter truck. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to gear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a little nippier.
I'm running the 2530, the 2535 in my X-Max, and it is a monster. When I say,
how fast do you go with that gearing?
Well, I don't do speed run. I'm probably hitting about 57, maybe 58, somewhere around in there.
Anything over 50 is good.
That's off road. It's gonna be too hard to get it full throttle with that 25 tooth. It's gonna have so much torque. It's gonna be hard to get it to full throttle on road. It's just gonna really out.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, I'm 34. I'm geared to a massive 34 pinion, and I'm only doing a maximum of 45.
Yeah.
So vehicle's a lot heavier.
Well, I was in 42 with my stock Creighton 8S just with a 23-tooth pinion on a stock motor at ESC. I was in.
That'll 42. Do it.
Yeah.
So Earl said
I think I did 60.
But in my 8S Creighton right now, I'm running the 1100 the 1100 Hobby Wing with the
That's a good motor. That is
I got a
perfect motor.
29.2 Saga Customs opinion on there.
That's a go-to motor. If Castle made a motor in between the 1717 and the 2028, that would be my motor that would be in the Creighton 8S. The 800 kV is nice and good and all, but it's not the best on 8S.
This the
If they
one.
made exactly like the Hobby, ooh, nice. Hobby Wing 1100 kV, but censored, that would be.
This the 800 kV and this one too on 30-35 gear. Oh, I ain't even made this video yet. I gotta work.
So Earl said he checked both of his Creightons.
Oh,
Damn.
He said he checked both of his and both of his spins.
I guess I got the broke one then.
He said what it does is it supports the front of the servo saver. Is all it's doing.
okay. All right.
I guess mine is the broke one then. But mine turned fine, so I ain't gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it just like it is and keep going.
I don't know. If mine is still steering, I'm not going to. If there's
Yeah,
no
that's what I'm
fire
saying.
on it, I guess there's no reason to touch it.
Deontay said Innovation put a 44, 46 in your Creighton, then it will really get wild.
Yeah. What I plan on doing is dropping the spur from 47 to probably a 39 and keeping the pinion at a 34. And I think I would be good at 50 miles an hour. If I really wanted to get it, I would probably go negative gearing. I'd probably go overdrive 39, 47. 39 on the spur before. No, actually, I can't do that. I'm going to have to reverse 34 on the spur, and I'd have to put 39 on the pinion. That would be stupid.
Booking it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be too much for me, not the car. But.
Not for that's for us, Deontay. We don't want like to do that craziness. Send it real big, break some stuff. Well, see, I think this is too tight because it's making that squeaking noise. The axle carrier.
The pillow balls?
Yeah, I think that's too tight. The outside piece that screws onto the pillow ball.
Yeah, just make them to where they barely touch it and spray a little bit of WD.
All right.
Barely.
So I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and get me the right size tools for it.
Yeah.
This thing is the own tool kit.
They said, what do you think about people who build speed cars and sell them for outrageous prices?
I mean, if people want to build a speed car and sell them for an insane price, I can understand $1,000 to $1,500 if the car is near new and it has a legitimate setup in it, tires aren't worn down or whatnot. I did see the 26S world record. It's not a world record anything for like $6,000. That's just a guy looking to get someone's money, and that I think is ridiculous.
Right?
Could it do it? Doubt it. Highly doubt it. But it had hydraulic brakes. There was just so much into the car. It's near infeasible to even run. At the 26S, is there even enough space under the body to put that much voltage? Let alone a 5,000 milliamp, only a 5,000.
Shit.
So you're going to need 6, 12, 18. You're going to need 4 6S's. That you don't even have enough room in a Creighton 8S to do that. I understand it's a GT body and you might be able to use the trays, but still, it's going to be very heavy at that much voltage. So.
Damn, Earl. Nah, Earl, don't retract it. I read it. I'm not going to say
I read that too.
I read it too.
What he said?
I'm
the only one that read it.
Like it's like this. No matter how fast you go with your car, just because you went that fast and you sold me that same car, that don't mean I'm gonna go that fast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what we talked about a few minutes ago.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
you my exact setup, and you may not do what I do.
if I recall, he had in the description 200 miles an hour capable. If he can do that himself, the builder, the creator, that'd be one thing. There's no way. But to really make a fast car, you really don't need as much money as you think. Start out with a Limitless, plus let's say $200 ESC, $130, no, not even $100 motor, a battery from CNHL that's going to be $80. You're going to be $800 with a 130 mile an hour car. You know?
Yeah.
What really gets expensive is owning that car for a long time, and you switch up the electronics, you try different motors, and I probably have 2-3 grand in my Limitless alone. Shockwave probably has 2,000. Oh, and I forgot the big boy. That's 1,000 without touching her. So,
Oh, that money wrap up in these cars very quick.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
My X-Max got probably a couple grand in it. I know for sure.
Yeah.
Money piles up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Real quick.
Oh, that's awesome. That Earl got that for 700. Yeah, I mean the not Rustler, Slash 4x4. He said Rustler before it's a Slash, but yeah, I mean the Slash is like the AK-47 of RC. You know, I personally don't like the Slash, but I have to respect that it is. It's an awesome vehicle. If you could get it as a roller for $200, you could probably make exactly what he said, coming out to 700, maybe 800, 150 miles an hour if you do it right and you do it right the first time. So, plus that's a wicked deal.
Well, guess what? Well, guess what, Earl? Now that you put it in the chat, you have to do a video of you running the car.
He did, I think.
Thumbs up in the chat if y'all want to see Earl drop a video of him running this car that he got from Philip.
I think he already made it.
No, he said he ain't ran it yet.
Oh, he did a video.
He ran it. He showed it, but he ain't run it.
Yeah.
Just keep it as a
memorabilia.
I mean, just keep it as like a shelf. I mean, not a shelf queen, but it's a nostalgic car.
Guy can't run it. It's too fast.
I told everybody the Slash is one of the most versatile vehicles out there.
Yeah. Slash is the AK. Everyone knows about it. Even if they're not an RC, they know about it.
I think that's why I did a video on that, and I think that's why that one was doing pretty well because everybody knows. Like, and I told a lot of beginners, you know, the Slash is a perfect one to get.
Absolutely.
I had two of them.
That's what I started with.
Yeah.
I'm sleep. I'm so sleep.
4-wheel drive Slash, bro.
I'm snoring.
On a sleep
I started with a 2-wheel drive.
Sleep on the Slash, bro.
No, bro, you gotta
so sleep. See, y'all do speed runs though, so you know what I'm saying?
It ain't even about speed run. You can put it on the track, bro. I'm telling you. That thing is first time, bro.
4x4 Slash.
You gonna get skint so bad, boy. It's gonna be serious.
Okay.
you gonna get skint. I wish you would break out a Slash. I break out a monster truck and I would skin you with that.
You crazy? I put a application system in there and tell you
what. We're gonna see. You make sure you have a Slash when I come down there, and you won't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Shogun 7RT. Bring the Slash.
Bring the Slash, Shogun. Bring the Slash. You're going to need 12 S, 16 S, 24 S, and 26 S in it. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. I guarantee you. You're going to lose. Now, speed run, you
got to set them up right. Put them gladiators on.
Yeah, there you go. I miss the shotguns. I do have only one pair left for the Rustler.
Right.
But that's it. The shotguns were the best for the track.
I'm telling you, bro. They don't know what they're missing. I put some money. But hey, right now, Typhon is my game. I'm gonna put that Typhon, whatever car you.
That's what you better break out when I get down there.
I'm bringing it. Hey, but my only problem is that I can't put my 6S battery in there. I need to find a smaller one. I got the SMC battery.
Hey, just raise the rear body mounts. Just raise the rear body mounts. You know that the two body posts in the back have two bolts up and down? Unscrew both of them, put them up one.
Okay. So, but they only have one screw in it though.
No, there should be two in the rear body posts.
Right. Right here, right? Hold on, let me see if I can get you.
Yeah, there should be two bolts that hold the body post on.
That's the two bolts right there. Let me see if I can big it up.
Yeah, so just move it up one. Actually, what I did in Shockwave, I moved it up two, and you won't see another one because I drove through the tower.
Damn, see, I'm like you. I can't even figure out where the hell I'm at, bro. All right, you see where the bottom out?
Yeah.
The back.
Yeah, you can move it up. The post might go like this a little bit if you don't have another bolt through it, which means you're gonna have to drill through the
The shot tower.
tower. Yeah. So, do you have any shoe glue?
Yeah. Some shoe glue, you said?
Yeah.
No, I gotta get some.
Well, or just any glue. Pretty much just put the bottom bolt in, and on the top one, which has no bolt, put the glue. So it's gonna hold. That's what I've been running in Shockwave since 2018.
What about the front mount thing? It's just gonna be leaning the same way.
It's
just gonna be up.
No, yeah. The front mount you can leave, but the body. Well, I can't see my hand. The body's gonna kind of go just a little bit more down. Let's see if I can. All right. So you see, where's my finger? You see how the body is kind of up above the chassis, which is on the bottom? It's up a little bit. Oh, that's a lot better. Hang on. I just need to get my butt up off the couch because I'm lazy. Oh. All my Teslas fell. All right, hang on.
Oh, I see you put your different blocker on the front too, huh? You got the Proline mount in the front?
No, this is a Brandon mount.
Okay.
I don't. Everything is aftermarket. This is just a wing nut, so I won't ever lose a bolt. Whatever. Again, but I had a Mamba Monster X in here, and I was running this with the censored Castle 2200. Perfect setup for this car. But here, see, pretty much it was 1, 2, but then I just said screw it. I put another one up there, and it's actually up triple high. And I also shaved down the tower. And you could see the glue right there, just a little bit, just enough to hold it, and it works perfect.
Heck yeah, thank you, brother.
So
good idea, man. I'm gonna do that right now. Matter of fact.
Absolutely. Now I run in this custom battery tray the 6S 6.0 from what's it called? Turnigy Graphene. I mean, damn, it's so late I could barely even talk or think.
Good.
Hobby King 6S 6000 milliamp fits perfectly in right there. If you can see, I just have I could stick my whole hand in this tray.
True, your pack must be huge, bro. Because my 6S packs fit in mine, bro.
No,
I turn them sideways and they slide right in them.
Let me show you my 6S pack.
Yeah, it's a water.
I think this is it.
This is a 4S pack right here.
Yeah.
I put tape on it. Don't mind that. I had a couple.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hang on.
The Doc King been chewing on that battery, bro.
Man, my X-Max.
This is the 6S 6.0.
My Creighton 6S been chewing on my battery.
That's
that's a brick right there. So
yeah, you could.
You put it
Show
sideways.
some. A what?
You put it sideways or straight up and down?
Either or. The way that I designed this tray, you just put it in however.
Oh yeah.
Just like that. As you can see, I also niched it in the front steel bracket thing, so everything around it is steel covered, so it will not go anywhere. It's just like that.
Cool.
So it's probably going to be a little bit better if I run it like that, but it's going to be taller, or it's going to be shorter but wider if I do that. I can really pick and choose. It really doesn't matter. But I would totally recommend doing that if you have a Typhon. Get rid of the stock what's it called?
The side guard.
Battery tray.
Yeah. And the side guard too.
Oh, I took all the plastic off just for a little bit of weight reduction.
Right. Put your piece of foam in there.
Yep. Got to take care of your battery, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much underneath. If you guys could see.
Yeah. Mine is messed up.
I bolted the straps, and all it's really sloppy, but it's then again neat as soon as I put the foam down because you won't even see that. But it's perfect. These things cost like 50 cents or $1. Home Depot, get 4 of them, bolt them through the chassis. Nothing's going anywhere.
Cool. Hey, Armor all day long, Peter Bailey. He said Armor versus he said Armor or Team Corrales. Armor.
Armor over
Me?
everything, bro.
Armor
Armor over everything.
So it fits.
I'm gonna say
it's just
That's what I would
Bentley
come out
Armor.
with a shirt say armor over everything, so people know not even to ask that question.
Armor over.
It's strange how close they're really copying Arma. Like I'm surprised they didn't jump on them for like Python.
Yeah.
Traxxas would have cried.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Per se.
Traxxas would have had a baby.
Yeah.
Imagine they came out with a Smussler instead of a Rustler, you know? And it's the same car.
Right.
So it's asked, would you ever buy a used speed car already built, and how much would you spend?
I wouldn't spend anything because I probably would not buy a used speed car. I would buy a chassis, and that's actually what Shockwave is, just a pure bare chassis that I bought offline for like $200, I think. But I wouldn't really want to buy speed stuff that is used. Now, it's not. What's the word?
Hey, now if you buying it at chassis price at $200 price, then yeah, get it.
Oh well, yeah, but obviously people that own a speed car, they're gonna know what they have and they're gonna want. You know? Like I'm not gonna sell my Limitless for $400 with a Mamba Monster X8S with a TP motor, good tires, good receiver, you know.
Correct.
But I would rather build it because I really want to know. It's going to be built anyway, so I might as well just get a bare chassis. So it's going to be ran through 100% no matter what to begin with. So why make double the work? And let's say, the guy sent you an ESC with a bad internal solder joint, which causes more amp draw, you know. He's not going to tell you that.
Right.
Guarantee yourself. Can't cut corners in speed.
Beetle Bailey said he's building a truckified Typhon 6S this week, waiting on parts.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be a fun car.
Did you see the? Well, it was out. It was out. What time was it? It's out yesterday. That movie, Flying Cars.
Flying car?
It's based. It's a movie. I think it's like digital download. It's based around RC cars, where like this guy stuck at a office job, and then he becomes fascinated with RC cars, and he does it behind his wife's back. And he goes
that's too funny.
He goes to a track and races for the first time, where he meets his girl, and then of course he wants the girl to help him like win this jump contest.
Wow.
Yeah, if you like when we're done, just go YouTube, type fast cars trailer or flying cars trailer.
That's ironic.
It actually came out for download yesterday on the 19th.
That's awesome.
And then it
Whoa. I'm gonna sit back because my back hurts.
Hey,
I'm getting old.
Oh, it's 12 o'clock already anyway. We usually get out somewhere.
all right, Lewis, have a good
You
one.
out with us tonight, bro.
Yeah, bro. You stayed in the whole chat, bro. You stayed in the whole chat.
Record. You set the record on us.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Look, my show is out. My show is almost over. I'll be in there in 1 second, okay? Close the door back behind you. Thank you.
Really appreciate you, brother. That was good live. Good live.
See your tired gap.
Say what?
You say he sees that you're tired.
Yeah, them kids finna start coming out here in a minute.
Yeah.
Them babies. Babies.
Baby, kids.
Yeah, Earl, that's why your packages get delayed. You gotta hit them people's truck.
What Earl I did?
He hit the Amazon Prime truck with the drag car.
What he did?
He hit the Amazon Prime delivery
Take it easy,
truck with the
Beetle.
drag car.
All right, Beetle.
All right, Beetle, baby, have a good one. All right, Amp.
And if I can get that damn front, shit, I might make my own damn mount up front.
It's whooping you over there, bro.
Take it easy, Amp.
Yeah, man, it's whooping me.
That's why as soon as he start messing with something,
Wow.
It's just that front when it sits so low.
You can raise it. You can still raise it. You're just gonna have to take the whole front. What's it called?
That front
plate.
Steering rack.
That front. Yeah. The rack plate on top. You got to pick that up. Unscrew the mount.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put a longer bolt through and put like spacers, and then screw that mount that you got. Oh, I mean, not the mount, the body post on.
Mm-hmm.
You're good. You have it up a little higher, but don't make it too tall because when air passes, all the air is just going to go right into the body, and you're going to actually parachute.
Okay.
So just consider that.
11 Charlie, appreciate you, brother.
All right, Never Charlie, thank y'all, man.
Never Charlie.
Take it easy.
That came, I appreciate y'all.
I see Daniel asked, do you, on your speed run cars, do you rebuild your diffs?
I mean, I'll put thicker diff fluid and I'll go through them before I really run them. But being that you're not bashing or putting them through dirt or grime, water, or anything, you know, for the most part, they're going to be clean. Normally, I probably put 100K front and rear for a Limitless or Typhon, but that's all I'll do. You know, if I crash, I'll go through it. I'll count the teeth. I'll spin everything. But that's the only time that I'll actually really want to check or rebuild my diff if anything is really broken. So.
There you go. That's. Hey man, listen. I hope he answered everything that you guys asked this evening. We really appreciate Brandon coming on, kicking it with us, and y'all see he kicked it the whole time with us.
Yeah, he rocked out with us, man. Thank you, Brandon.
Woo!
Baby, you see that? Hey,
anytime, gents.
The couch is getting the best of him, because now
Yeah.
The couch starting to get comfy. The eyes starting to shut.
Eyes started to cross.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm about to.
Luckily, I already got a video done for tomorrow.
But
I haven't put a video out in almost a week, or 3 or 4 days.
It's cool when you got that many subscribers.
Well, not cool when I don't have video coming out though.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all those subscribers and I'll make maybe 1,000 views per video, but what my videos are lacking is exactly why the subscribers are there. You know, they all come from the innovation videos. They don't come from, let's say, if I do a speed run or whatever. That's why. And innovation videos are really, really difficult to just knock out and get a lot out of.
Right. Oh, damn, what's going on to this damn thing right here, this tray, man.
Appreciate that, Earl.
He
I try to explain.
He just answered that, RC Daniel.
Well, ask it again.
You said, what diff oil do you use on your speed cars?
Oh, 100K. Front and rear.
Oh, what diff oil? Just 100K. Use spoke it, 100K front and rear, center diff to spool.
That's what I had in my Typhoon, 100K.
There you go. I could go into it why, but it's late. I'm tired. I don't feel like
we're about to
explaining a lot. Just
just
go 100K and you'll be peachy.
Put some put some innovation on it.
there we go. Now we have two. Now we got two names for two different diff oils. If you want the craziness, we got to put Deontay in it. That's $1 million or better.
There you go.
If you want to stay nice and in the middle and subtle, you got to put some innovation in it, and that's gonna be 100K.
Yeah.
Put that Deontay in everything.
You gotta
put Deontay in your drone. Put that Deontay in your boat. Put that Deontay in your what else RC related? Man, whatever. Your RC dirt bike. Put that Deontay in the center.
That's our brother. That is our brother right there. But anytime we ask him, oh man, hey man, what diff oil should I put in the such and such? Oh, $1 million. No hesitation.
Olive oil.
$1 million.
Put that Deontay in the center. That is earplugs. You put 4 earplugs in one diff, and they ain't gonna move.
Gonna spool your diffs up.
I'm gonna try that.
Girl, have a good night, man.
I ain't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it.
All right, 12-17, brother.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all too, man. Thank you, Brandon.
Appreciate you, Brandon, man. You rocked out the whole time with us, man. We'll have you back.
I'll see you
back in the near future, man. We'll have you back here in the near future, brother.
Awesome. Sounds good. Likewise, man.
Thank you. All right, chat. See y'all later, man.
All right, fellas.
See y'all.
Take it easy.
Sunday night, 9 o'clock.
Friday,
Sunday night, 9 o'clock.
Friday night.
Friday. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, Friday this week. Friday night. I'm sorry. My bad.
I ain't know
we
that.
got Friday. No, we got Friday and Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Friday
and Sunday. Friday and Sunday, 9 p.m., fellas.
All right. So I got to make the thumbnails.
I'm going to send you his logo.
All right. Peace, everybody.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right.
All right, Brandon. Have a good